Hey, yo. I forgot to turn the light on. What is good, everyone? Party and bullshit. Let's go. Still playing Magic because, apparently I hate myself. And gonna read some news, watch some garbage, and have some fun. Start the party with some solid JJ.
I was wondering when you'd finally show
This
up.
game needs to end, Luthor. You wanted my attention, here it is. What is it that you want?
Superman, please. It's just business. I thought someone of your stature would understand that.
Enough. What do you really want?
Isn't it obvious? Everything. Politicians, media, all of it rests nicely beneath my thumb. Every last inch of this city, down to the last brick, can be traced back to my company. And then there's you.
So that's it? Because you don't control me like one of your stooges?
It isn't you, Superman.
Lex doesn't
it's what
stand
you
a
represent.
chance.
When the people
Got
of
a godlike
Metropolis look in the
alien just
sky,
foiling
they
your
see you,
plans
they see
every
hope.
chance.
When in truth, they should be looking to me.
Wait, you can fly?
What? No.
Oh, so you're just jealous that I can and you can't.
No, you're taking this too literally. What I mean is they should be praising me, not you.
Oh, why?
What do you mean, why?
I mean, why should they?
I own the city. I run a company with my name on it. I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah, and what? Do you think people like the rich?
I didn't say they had to like
Like,
me.
when was the last time you saw someone look up and say, wow, thank God for Warren Buffett?
Shut up.
See, what it sounds like to me is you need a new PR team. I don't know who dropped Kill Space Jesus in the suggestion box, but I don't think that's doing your public image any favors.
What are you trying to
Dirty
suggest that I don't deserve
Ever
respect?
consider doing a podcast?
What?
You know, a podcast. Just hop on and talk about whatever. It'd probably help. I mean, I saw Zuckerberg on Joe Rogan, and he seemed pretty all right. Just gotta avoid the eyes. Never look at the eyes.
No, Superman, I
Zuck
do
is a
not want to start a
robot.
podcast. I just want people to look at me the way they look at you.
How do you see that working out? We're in two completely different worlds here.
Explain.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a moment. What kid wants a Lex Luthor action figure? Look at me, Mommy. I'm holding a stockholder meeting.
I don't sound like
A
that.
Superman
Vince Wilson streaming on stream and he
lunchbox.
knows
No
better.
thanks. I'll have the one with the bald guy.
Listen,
Quit.
Superman, bottom line, there's simply not enough room in Metropolis for the both of us. Even you know that.
At least not for both egos.
Buddy, I flew to Venus the other day, punched some space terrorists, and came back before my coffee got cold. I'm a little bit bigger than just Metropolis.
That doesn't change a damn thing. I went to space. Once with Jeff Bezos. For an hour. With William Shatner.
Listen, I just heard some kid in Pakistan cut his knee riding a bike. I'm gonna go and patch it up for him. Hit me up if you need a guest for that podcast.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you are. How did you see that go?
Superman, get the fuck away from my building.
Jeez, okay, Dick.
Bizarro hates Kennedy!
This was a fucking mistake.
Oh, of course. Vince Wilson doing the Epstein MAGA fun stuff. I salute him in his
Anybody looking
progress.
for sponsorships? I was doing it for a little while, but sponsorships actually told
Enough of that. So, an article. I asked ChatGPT what would happen if billionaires paid taxes at the same rate as the middle class. I ask this question pretty often because I constantly want to propose a progressive tax rate that becomes so high that the top 1% cannot manage to continue to keep doing what they're doing. This was 5 days ago. I'm just now catching it because I don't read the news anymore. But assuming billionaires having as much money as they do, they'll be putting billions of dollars into the economy every year. And that's just an assumption. I could be very wrong. So taxes can get you thinking about fairness. For instance, when I'm calculating deductions on my salary and watching a decent chunk go to Uncle Sam, I can't help but wonder, what if the ultra wealthy paid the same percentage of their income in taxes as regular people do? So I decided to ask ChatGPT a simple question. ChatGPT is going to be ruining people's lives, left and right. There's no way around it. What would happen if billionaires paid taxes at the same rate as the middle class? The AI's response was, hey, what's good, Moon? You missed out on the Superman video. I need to go back and watch that Nazi thing too. When do the Let's Complain About Wick phone lines open? You can always come in and complain about Wick. I'm going to say he just wasn't biased enough. He should have been way more biased to those cult members. Seriously, I've not met a single person with a Joe Biden flag on their wall or using him as drapes or a Joe Biden hat. Like, I've seen like Dark Brandon stuff, but not really. Like, I don't see presidential memorabilia. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you should know there's something wrong with what you're thinking about when you are literally idolizing a president and buying their merch. I mean, at least Wick finally decided to touch on the Epstein stuff, but like, I don't even think Irrelevant even cared that much. Like, to be asking the basic questions like, hey, you're gonna say he's for sure not on the list, yet he was friends with him for 13 years, and it said that the first time he banged his wife, well, current wife, it was on his plane. Get the fuck out of here. This is common knowledge at this point. But at least Wick wasn't so far on the fence that he was actually agreeing with them, and one of them called him out for being a biased moderator. At least I can give him that. So, first, ChatGPT corrected a common misconception I had. Based on actual data from PolitiFact and ProPublica investigations, the 25 wealthiest Americans currently pay an average federal income tax of 16% under existing law. Meanwhile, households earning $50,000 to $100,000, which is most teachers and firefighters, pay an effective tax rate between 0 and 15. Works for me. So contrary to what I heard, billionaires don't actually pay less than teachers under the current tax law. As well, they shouldn't. Like, teachers shouldn't be getting taxed anyway. What happened recently with Wick, I mean, it's Lactoid's birthday, which is the most important thing out of all of it. And nice little conversation about how MAGA should be feeling now that Epstein stuff is going on. Since we had like, what, 5 freaking panels about what the left needs to learn so we don't lose another election. So over it. But yeah, Mike, you can hop in whenever if you want to complain about the current content that's been going on. It's definitely been irritating me, and I've been tempted to like hop on some of these. Like, I almost hopped on the one that Tolly was on, but see, this is another misnomer. Like, they don't care about the left. They care about Democrats. The left is like out in the cold, but they want to call everybody left of freaking right left. It's insane. I mean, honestly, at this point, why not just ask ChatGPT or Grok everything? Like, we don't do work anymore. We're going to become those people in Wall-E floating around in chairs drinking really big sodas. So the issue isn't necessarily the tax rate themselves, but how different types of income get taxed. This is where the system becomes genuinely unfair. Billionaires benefit from tax strategies that lower their effective tax burden compared to what ordinary income earners face on wages. The current tax system taxes work more than wealth. I mean, that's obvious, and I say close the loopholes. Like, if you know there's loopholes, they're identifiable, close the loopholes. But this is also why we need to fund the freaking IRS. They kind of care about Democrats, like at least the people that are arguing for it, but like, of course conservatives don't care about Democrats. They want all Democrats to go away and let them run the country however they feel is most effective, which is marginalizing more people, screwing up tariffs, and basically making America possibly number 3 in the next 10 years. But hey, that's what they want. Yeah, no, you got to tax billionaires. Like, even if it's not even like straight up wealth, like, you need to tax these people for how much money they're pulling in every year. I did not watch the Sean Ryan and Gavin Newsom interview. Do tell. Here's what that means in practice. When I get my salary, taxes come out immediately. When a billionaire stock portfolio increases in value by millions, they don't pay taxes on the growth until or unless they sell those stocks, obviously. ChatGPT broke down something called the buy, borrow, die strategy that wealthy people use to minimize taxes. It sounds like financial wizardry, but because honestly, it kind of is. Billionaires borrow money against their stock holdings, which we've seen when Elon bought X, live off those loans, and then pass their assets to heirs largely tax-free when they die. Meanwhile, regular people can't defer taxes on our paychecks or borrow against our retirement accounts without major penalties. ProPublica data illustrated the top 25 billionaires saw their wealth grow by 401 billion from 2014 to 2018 and paid 13.6 billion in federal income taxes. This is the bonkers. An effective rate of 3.4% on wealth growth. The 3.4 figure is what stung. While they're paying their legal tax obligation on realized income, their actual wealth is growing at a rate that's taxed far below what middle-class workers pay on their salaries. Appreciate it. What if we change the rules? ChatGPT ran the numbers on what would happen if billionaires paid taxes at the same rate middle-class families do, 15 to 22%. ProPublica data, using the ProPublica data, if those top 25 billionaires had been taxed at a 20% rate on their wealth growth, they would have paid around $80 billion instead of $13.6 billion. Extrapolated across approximately 1,000 billionaires, you're talking hundreds of billions in added revenue annually. Sprout? Who's Sprout? And why is he in my channel muted? Anybody know a Sprouticus?
What's up?
Oh shoot, this Sprouticus. What's good,
I
man?
didn't interrupt you. What's up?
No, you're good. Good to see you. Long time.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
You've been well?
Yeah, I've been good. Been good.
I mean, you're not in Texas,
Yeah.
so I mean, it's got to be better.
No, not in Texas. I'm still in Indiana, so
Where it's not flooding and Destiny's not making fun of you.
that is both of those are true.
Gotta love it.
Although we're not getting free internet from Elon Musk though. So
I mean, you got to put the Spurs to Elon, make him pony up that sweet what's that thing called that Ukraine has? Starlink, yeah, make him cough up the sweet
Starlink,
Starlink.
yeah. How have you been?
I have been reasonably well. I am chilling. I am no longer doing panels. I am somewhat enjoying myself and talking massive bullshit.
Texas takes a random shot, even friendly territories.
So I
Yeah, no,
gotta
it's been
mention,
good.
I gotta say you were kind of right, but for all the wrong reasons.
Me?
Yeah, you.
About what?
Trump getting reelected.
Oh, I knew I was right. The entire time I knew I was correct on.
Yeah, but for all the wrong reasons.
Hey, listen, a bet's a bet no matter what, right? It doesn't change because it had the same outcome, but for different reasons.
I mean, I didn't think that Trump getting reelected would give me an opportunity to watch an entire party collectively shoot itself in the dick.
I think I chose a good time not to have a political party.
Oh, don't you go backpedaling now.
What do you mean I'm backpedaling?
I mean, how are you gonna be
I left the, I'm
politically
saying I left the
homeless?
Republican Party just in time.
I mean, when was just in time? I would have said that would have been in Trump's first administration. Well, probably before that, but all the same.
Okay, before the party decided to go suicidal.
I mean, they're not trying to die. They're just shooting themselves in the dick for fun and profit. And it's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think this Elon Musk and Trump thing is going to do anything good for the Republicans. So you guys might be able to play off that pretty well.
I mean, I don't even know what
I
Elon
think that
is doing
I
right now.
think Democrats will do well in the midterms. I think they'll do really well in the midterms.
After this Epstein thing, damn straight, it should kind of be a lock.
It'll be interesting to see who they have as the next presidential candidate.
If Democrats manage to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory during this Epstein shit, I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just gonna chill and watch the world burn. Or at least America. Like, ain't no way around it.
I'm taking a giant step back out of Twitch poll.
Good call.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm mostly on everything but this. Like I was talking shit about Liver King like a couple weeks ago.
So you said you no longer do panels?
Nope. I go on other people's
What do you
panels
do?
periodically. I just do what I'm doing right now, talking to you. We're streaming right now.
Oh, I know that. I pulled up your stream when you were just talking. I assumed you weren't talking to yourself.
Yeah, I'm just doing this. I'm reading this whole thing if billionaires got taxed, which is freaking fantastic if that would happen. Like, tax that wealth. There's no reason why we should have billionaires at the rate we have billionaires. And America has more billionaires than any other country.
It's America. It's the greatest country in the world.
I'm saying by over double. Like, let's look this up real quick. Cause I think it was like 900.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Even over the even over the Emirates.
Yeah, by far. Like, to a
Really?
stupid degree. So here we go.
I figured UAE would have more billionaires than we do.
So the US has 902 billionaires. China and India with 516 and 205 billionaires. So China has 516 billionaires. So just slightly under double. And India only has 205. The Emirates and all them have like a small smattering of billionaires.
Well, I'm talking about per capita.
Like per capita, China's huge.
No, I'm talking about UAE per capita.
Oh, UAE entirely?
Billionaires per capita.
Like, we can
Yes.
look at the map. Because we're like, oh, so the number in China, according to Wikipedia, went down. So the rate 2.88, America 2.420. So yeah, we're killing it. China is down to 450. India is still at 205. So if you count all of the UK, 171, 140. So
No,
that's,
the UAE.
yeah, I'm counting it out right now. I mean, do we count Russia in that?
No, I said the UAE, the United Arab Emirates.
They are home to 24 billionaires.
They still have more per capita.
I mean, they may be up in billions.
I
Like,
looked it up. I just
honestly,
looked it up.
Elon
So,
has
according-
a higher net worth than the rest of them.
According to Epoch Times and Madison Trust Company, 2.4 billionaires per million people. 2.4 billionaires per million people. For the UAE, that number is 1 billionaire for every 375,000 people. So the UAE has more billionaires per capita than the United States, for sure.
I mean, if you want to look at it that way. Honestly, I still say America is way overrepresented in that graph, and that money could be going to the country itself. Like, we
Oh
shouldn't
yeah, we have
have
like
homelessness.
813 billionaires.
But we seem to be fine with it, because they earn their money. And I'm gonna say for the Emirates, like, there needs to be something that the people can do when there's only 24 of them. They can't stop them all. I'm just saying.
Well, the UAE doesn't even have a high population.
High enough to take out 24 people.
The UAE in total has 10.4 million people.
Yes, I'm going to say 10.4 million people, give or take women and children, can essentially take care of 24 people and straight to
Oh
gulag.
yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a fight, but I was just saying that in
Straight to
comparison,
gulag.
28 is a pretty large number for that for how many people it has. It's all
That'd
that
be the
oil.
most one-sided purge I've ever heard of. Unlike here in America, ain't no shot.
But what are you gonna do? Take their stock? Like, yeah, you have to admit, for billionaires, like very very limited amounts of that's actually liquidated. So what are you gonna do? Like kill them and take? How are you gonna take their stock?
I'm sure you can figure out a way. Somebody can get them to transfer that stuff in exchange for life in gulag. I don't know. Give them an
Uh,
offer they can't refuse on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's not all in stock. And if they just took the stuff around their homes, it kind of be a
Oh, I'm
wrap.
not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing if they took stuff like that, it would be a ton of money. But I'm saying if you want the large amount of the money, it's gonna be hung up in stocks.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a hold of their Bitcoin alone or any of their crypto, you'd probably be doing pretty good. I'm sure some of them got some gold bars just chilling around the pad.
You know, it's the old ones too. You know, it's the old ones that have the gold bars because they don't trust anybody else. And they like
Just take the stocks, easy peasy. Exactly, Mo.
stocks.
Take the stocks or you get the stocks. What's good? Damn, this game is filthy right now. So, Elon Musk blows a major hole in Trump's Epstein theory.
What's that?
So, Trump doubles down on calling Epstein a hoax while the Prime Minister of Bahrain is forced to sit there and be like, do I really need to be here for this? Wow, amazing that Epstein killed himself and Ghislaine is in federal prison for a hoax. Oh, man. Like, it's on record that the first time that Donald slept with Melania was on Epstein's plane.
Is that true?
That's what I've heard, and that's what Epstein said and other people that corroborated.
That's crazy.
Just saying. So, another fun one. Harry Potter star banned from driving for 6 months for after speeding offense. Received the same sentence in court moments later for speeding. Banned for driving for 6 months after she was caught speeding in her Audi S3, according to British News. The 35-year-old
That's
star.
fake, isn't it?
No, this is
Wait,
real.
stop. That's fake. Okay, no, because I read that article and it said that she was going 38 and a 30,
Yeah, 38 and a 30.
8 miles an hour over, and she loses driving privileges for 6 months.
Well, that was after 4 offenses for speeding. What was the headline? So yeah, in addition to the 6 month driving ban, 1,400 US has to pay within 28 days. This was Watson's fourth driving offense in less than 2 years. She received 3 points on her license in 2024 for speeding, in addition to 9 points from driving offenses in 2024 and October of 2023. At the time of the speaking incident, Watson was driving her Audi, which was towed away by police last year after it was illegally parked while she met with her mom for lunch at a pub across the street. They're just better than us. That is hilarious.
I don't know. It still seems harsh because you're talking like
Hammer. This isn't Nazi Germany.
talk-
It's the
talking like
UK.
you're talking like 4 speeding tickets per year. Like four speeding tickets in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's not that crazy.
As well as other driving offenses, but it's crazy enough for me, and I'm glad that they're willing to hold their wealthy or their famous accountable for the things that they do, just like any other average person. I commend them.
That's like getting a speeding ticket every 6 months.
Bro, I ain't got one in like 15 years.
I mean,
Well,
neither have I,
before.
but I have a vet plate. But I have a vet plate in the back of my car.
See,
So
rules for me, not for thee. How is it like
I don't
this,
think it
bro?
really counts.
Just cheating
It's
the
actually kind
system.
of nice.
Cheating the system.
Yeah. Like a cop will pull up behind me and then like will pull off. Like he'll pull up behind me like he's gonna turn his lights on and then all of a sudden just get into a different lane and drive off.
So Bill O'Reilly falsely doubled down that Jeffrey Epstein was convicted under Joe Biden's administration. While appearing on News Nation, he had to be corrected multiple times as the Star asserted that the disgraced film financier was convicted under Biden's administration by Merrick Garland. Epstein was both arrested and took care of himself a full year and a half before Biden took office, which would have been before the deep state took over. Interesting.
Oh, come on. You know every single person that's had dirt on the Clintons has found a way to mysteriously die. Okay?
Saying in this
They don't need
case,
to be in power. They don't need to be in power.
that was Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly kept on trying to say that Epstein got convicted under Biden when it was a full year and a half before Biden was even in office, when Trump was still doing his thing. Wishing Ghislaine well. I'm just saying, don't talk that good stuff like you're going to release something or give people information they've been chomping at the bit for and not follow through on it. It won't be a good look.
I mean, did he ever release his stuff on 9/11?
No, I think he only put out stuff on MLK and
No, I'm
JFK so
talk
far.
about like, oh, well, wasn't one of his campaign promises to do 9/11?
He was
Well,
going to do 9/11 again?
That's not what I meant. It wasn't one of his campaign promises to declassify documents referring to 9/11.
Oh, I don't even follow what his campaign promises are at this point because I don't necessarily expect them to work out. But if he does, I mean, cool enough. I don't like, honestly, wouldn't that just make people more suspicious in general of certain parties that shouldn't be in the light of things?
I never said it was a smart decision. I just asked if that was one of his campaign promises.
Fair enough. So when you starting that podcast?
Bro, I gotta get furniture first.
Oh, you moved?
I'm in an apartment, bro.
Congrats. Made it
I'm
out of the
officially
closet.
divorced. I'm officially divorced and I'm waiting on my check. That way I can go get furniture.
Great to hear.
Right now I've got a card table as like a dinner table and bed on the floor and like random other furniture that people have given me, like a couch here, chair there kind of idea.
That's all you need. Living like you're fresh out of college.
But hey, if you understand what I'm saying, it was very worth it.
It sounds like it. You don't sound like you're unhappy with your decisions.
I'm not at all.
So is that
Do you
mean?
remember that? Do you remember that? Do you remember that podcast? Do you remember that podcast? It wasn't. I don't know if it was a podcast or a debate, but do you remember that time when we were talking? I forget who else. I think it was with you. We were talking about like about our lives and stuff like that. And like I was on stream basically saying like sometimes you just wake up and just like hate you like look over you just like hate the other person. Like that's
I
just part of being
remember
married.
that. Like, no, that's
Uh,
not a natural thing that should be your life every day. No, definitely not normal.
yeah, that was like that should have been a wake up call.
I think it kind of was. At least it got you thinking
It,
about it.
yeah,
And that was a moment. Dude, if I can get back all the streams, like I think I have recordings of most of them, but there's a few that I'm missing that I would like to
do you have a
find.
recording? Do you have a recording of the stream where I burped? I forget which guy it was, but the defensive genocide stance.
No,
Do you have that
no,
recording?
no, 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 no. I wish. You and Isles debate, I actually deleted that recording purposely because it just felt like some sort of abuse. I don't know what kind it was, but it shouldn't have been done.
I mean, he brought himself into it though.
I mean, he
He
came up with
literally
the
said he
prompt.
would debate me on any topic and that he would destroy me on any topic. I'm like, okay, cool.
I mean, that wouldn't be the first or the last time he stuck his foot in his mouth. Now he is
He's
relegated to
much
a
like
server.
Trump in that way.
I mean, he's a huge fan of him, so I don't know how he's feeling about it right now. Oh yeah, wasn't there supposed to be like somebody promised me Gavin Newsom and Sean Ryan? Yeah, the defensive genocide take was above and beyond anything it should have been. And I've heard people recently say something similar, and it immediately takes me back to, oh, you don't want to die on this hill.
Sprout will make you die on this hill.
I mean, he even said that you have to take the positive on that. I'm like, ain't no way.
Bro, and he he sent me a book he didn't read as like evidence for his argument. And then he admitted to not reading the book.
I'm going to say he wasn't prepared for any of
Oh,
that. Oh, who's going the way of the
what
dinosaur
do you
fister?
think he thought he was getting himself in?
I mean, he thought he actually had talent in debating things before he actually got into an actual debate, which he ended up blue screening in the process of. Like, not physically, but mentally.
And then who came on and started saying some like that like, the stuff that like that's why you deleted who
Pretty
came
sure it
on
was
and
probably
started saying that?
Samantha. It was probably Samantha. Like, if there were ever a VOD I have to delete, it probably came. Oh no, who else? Somebody else said some wild. Because I think they started questioning his sexuality. I can't remember who it
Yeah, they
was.
did. No, it was like it was a whole bunch of people questioning his sexuality. And then basically we all came to the determination he was gay before he came back. I just don't know who it was.
I'm trying to. I want to say it was Samantha, but I could be wrong.
I kind of feel like it. I I don't know. Is it potentially Gibbs that did that?
No, it definitely wasn't Gibbs. I remember that.
Okay.
I mean, he's only got two hands, as far as I understand.
As far as I understand, it's all Japan needed was two.
They're a thriving metropolis at this point that's making horse girl anime. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing happened. There was cake and punch.
Do you think Japan's ever going to ask for a military again? Like to have the right back to have a military?
They're working on it right now, as a matter of fact. Why I could not begin to tell you, but they are rebuilding their military.
Have you looked into like this whole Karen Reed stuff?
Not in months. Why did something new come out?
Well, you know she got acquitted, right?
Wait, are we talking about the same situation where they found the husband all busted up?
Yeah, and the cops were trying to screw her. Like it was like a huge state egg trying to screw Karen Reed.
Wow. All
Bro,
right.
there's so much on that. There's so much on that. If you just go watch the trials, like it's absolutely insane how much happens in that trial. Like there was an expert that got up on the stand, claimed he had a degree, didn't have that degree.
Oh,
That degree wasn't even offered at the college.
okay. That is news to me. I didn't know she was acquitted. That's crazy. But yeah, Moon, I thought
Yeah,
it would
she
be
was
because they
acquitted.
wanted Japan to pay their fair share in defense, but I mean, all in all, that makes sense. But I think the baby's already been thrown out with the bathwater on that one. China's going to be able to do whatever the heck they want. Yeah, I stopped paying attention. I think the last time it got mentioned, like you and Tinflix were in here, and we talked about it for a minute.
Yeah, bro, you have to like go watch those trials because it's absolutely crazy. Like even what they suggested happened, like isn't physically like there's no physical way that that's how that happened.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was
Like
the key
physically,
thing.
it's just impossible.
Yeah, I can't even understand the rationale of how she ended up being able to walk from that. But I mean, this is the year of the villain, so I shouldn't be truly shocked.
Wait, do you think she actually did it?
I mean, if she didn't do it, she knows what happened more than likely. I mean, I couldn't begin to
See,
say.
I'm more. I see. I'm more on the side that it was probably one of the McAlberts or like one of the people there at that party knows what happened to him. I don't think Karen Reed knows what happened to John.
That could be another reason why she was acquitted. I mean, if she had enough alibi, like I don't know what all the evidence was. It just doesn't seem like the dude tuned himself up, and it seemed like more damage than a car would have done. So
No, it was way less damage than a car would have done. I don't know if we're talking about the same case.
I'm thinking, is like, didn't he have like two black eyes or something from a car?
Oh yeah, he had like two black eyes, but he didn't have like any like broken bones or anything like that.
Yeah, it's like different damage than you would expect from a vehicular collision.
Accident, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
It's crazy.
it's literally crazy. Like there's already one cop has already been fired from that case, which is Trooper Proctor. He got fired because he was like said he literally like texted that he was like looking for nudes in Karen Reed's phone. basically said no nudes have popped up yet.
Oh, so they're hardcore oopsieing all over that case.
Like evidence kept appearing mid trial. Like, where was this before trial? No one knows. We said we didn't have it, but we seem to have found the thing we didn't have.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
definitely the year of evil. Trump bad? Yeah, Trump bad. Always Trump bad. This isn't a question. Yeah, I was more paying attention to the
He's
Diddy
just mad I
trial.
won that bet.
Oh, it wasn't a bet. Like, I just truly didn't want Trump to win, but you're like, oh, it'll be content, so on and so forth. You were definitely right, just for all the wrong reasons.
Oh shit.
Who could have guessed that they would get a bunch of people in there to start saying they had info on Epstein, talk about how many videos there were and the whole deal, only to produce absolutely nothing. Zero. Donut. Like, who saw that coming?
I also don't know how Diddy got found not guilty. That's crazy to me that Diddy was found not guilty.
Oh, I kind of already felt like they screwed up when they tried to go for Rico on him. But at the same time, like, he paid off most of the people that would have been able to actually get him convicted. So, like, I don't even think their evidence was truly admissible. It's just, oh, court sees that Diddy's a bad guy and he paid for prostitutes. Okay, that's what we got him on. Yeah, just absolutely not the worst ones. Like, they definitely dropped the ball on that one. They need to stop going for Rico because that's the same thing with like Young Thug. They never should have gone for Rico.
Yeah, Young Thug got off of it with the Rico. Well, I think Young Thug pleaded, didn't he? I think Young Thug pleaded.
Diddy parties were hearsay? No, there were Diddy parties for sure. It's just, were they illegal? Like, were these people consenting adults to the baby oil fueled madness?
They existed. There's no questioning that.
I'm pretty sure they had to show videos of the Diddy parties in court. Woe be it to that jury.
Could you imagine like sitting in a jury box having to watch other people party on the screen?
I wouldn't want to see that kind of party. Like, that's a jury I wouldn't want to be on. Within all
Well, no,
honesty.
I'm just saying, like, can you imagine like having to do like I don't know if you basically let's say it's just the amount of boredom it would be to be on that jury.
I don't know if I consider it boring, but definitely out of fear that Diddy will try to
How many
extort
weeks
people.
was Diddy's trial?
Uh, I do not know. Yeah, exactly. Ancom Rico
Okay,
is
because
really hard to prove, and it's like not the
it
standard
was
they
it
should
was
go
all
by.
it was all probable. Like it. All I'm saying is there was probably a lot of evidence that was cumulative that said over and over and over again.
Well, like the whole thing that happened with Cassie, where she's getting drugged down a hallway, like that should have been an assault in general. Like that's something he should have gone to jail for, but I don't know if it reached statute. And he also paid off people in the process of it. So, like, what are you really gonna do? Like most of the really horrible things that they had him dead to rights on, like they couldn't even use in court. And that's kind of what sucks about it. I mean, X Fist,
I
if
just
you
want
were
to see.
there,
I
you were
just
there.
want to see what 50's gonna do.
Oh, 50's going to keep talking shit. He's never going to stop.
I know. I just want to see it.
And it's going to be hilarious. This dude is irritating. He's countering everything. Just let me kill your stuff, bro.
Okay, is there maybe I missed out on this and maybe I've forgotten. So don't make fun of me for this. But is there a specific reason 50 is like super pissed at Diddy, or is it just 50 being petty?
Yeah, 50's just petty. Like, he talks trash on virtually everybody. At least people he doesn't like. He talked trash on Floyd Mayweather. Told him he couldn't read a book.
That was good.
Yeah, 50 is nonstop with it. And it's that good kind of petty. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
never gets old.
I forget which rapper 50 did this to, but there was a rapper that 50 had gotten in a battle with and like made the guy like almost like stop producing music, and then he came back with like a new concert, and it was crazy because like all the ticket sales were going like mad,
It was
and so
Rule.
like everyone was excited to see him back. Was it Ja Rule? Yeah, everyone was
Ja
excited
Rule.
to see him back, but like 50 bought like basically all the tickets in the arena.
But within a couple of days of the arrest, 50 Cent announced he was going to do a documentary on Diddy for Tubi. Yep, I remember that. I had forgotten about it. Thank you for reminding me.
Is that still going to happen?
Probably. No, in 50.
I would pay to see that. I would pay good money to see that.
That'll be on Tubi, so it'll probably be free.
That's awfully nice of him because I would pay good money to see that.
That's what pettiness gets you. Do this. I need this person to lose more life. It's not. Oh, he's letting the demons loose. Oh no. It's about to get bad.
Wait a second. Ancom, if you're still here, did you hear about the Karen Reed trial? Okay,
What is-
hop in chat. I
I
want to
was
see
gonna
what
say,
your
if you
thoughts
want to
are.
hop in here.
It's fine. I want to see what your thoughts are.
How did I lose that?
So I heard about that shit before it ever became a trial, right? I heard about that shit when she was just starting to be indicted on that bullshit, and I already knew from day one that woman was as innocent as they come.
For real? Why do you say that?
Like it was so incredibly clear, or like, okay, I won't stay that certain about it just because I have forgotten a lot of the details, but I remember being fairly certain at the time that like this dude, the cop, was clearly like someone that his fellow cops did not like. They decided to take him out and frame her for it. That was the vibe I got when I first heard about this years ago. So the fact that she was found not guilty, I was not at all surprised by this. I don't remember, like there was a mistrial the first time around, right? Like they had to redo the trial.
Yeah, there was a hung jury the first time.
Hung jury, right? Yeah. So like I said, I didn't like follow it super closely to get a lot of the details, but like everything I remember seeing, I'm just like, no way in hell did this woman kill her husband. Clearly the other cops did it and they're fucking framing her.
Especially like when the investigating officer's text is like, is the guy who owns the lawn gonna get into some shit? And he's like, nah, guy's a cop too. Like,
Fuck.
what? He's like, nah, guy's a cop too. It's like, okay, so he's not gonna get shit because he's a cop. I think I see where this is going.
I mean, to be fair, I've known for a long time that the BPD is just full of absolute fucking corrupt pieces of shit. So I was unsurprised when when I came across this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, the actual like what happened here is really fucking obvious. So yeah, it's no surprises anywhere. The fact that it was even a hung jury the first time was a little bit surprising. Like the fact that they actually got some people to stick on guilty for that was it is not something I expected, but she got the retrial, she got the right verdict. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hammer, we're talking about Karen Reed.
Is Karen Reed that was the person that won multiple times, right? Ancom?
Yep.
For the civil
Yeah,
cases?
she technically won the first one too, because the only thing they could decide was whether she had DUI or not, essentially.
That man ran.
Yeah, no, I don't know about any civil cases that she's brought against the BPD or the
I
the
was
Suffolk
talking about the
County.
BPD. I thought it was wait, Karen, I thought this was like a Trump person. Am I losing it?
No. Karen Reed is a woman who a few years ago was accused of murdering her husband by running him over with her SUV.
That was the cop's wife, right?
Yes, it was the cop's wife. And I remember when I first heard about this, I'm like, no, she is very obviously being framed by the other cops who for some reason wanted her husband dead.
Right. But then there was also, wasn't it, I know she just got off. Wasn't it pretty, like, big evidence showing that she wasn't guilty, though?
Yeah, she was almost factually innocent. Like with the injuries and everything, like she was factually innocent.
Is that my boy Spartacus, dude?
Yep, it's Paul Moon.
Yep.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh my god. Hey, how's your new house going? I haven't talked to you in forever.
I don't know. Ask my ex-wife.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear about that.
I'm not. Seriously.
No, I mean like more about like losing the property. Fuck the bitch. I don't give a fuck about her. I'm just saying,
it was worth it.
Okay. Well, anyways,
Sprout
getting
is
back
free.
to that, getting past that, a free man.
She owes me a big fat check. I can tell you that.
Oh, because through the divorce, she has to pay you an X amount of whatever you guys had left.
Yeah, I basically cashed out.
Yeah.
I basically said, you can keep everything. Give me the cash.
Actually, one of my mods, who obviously I don't really stream it. I shouldn't say I don't really stream. I don't stream anymore. But one of my mods he's the same way. He's going through a divorce right now, and his wife wants to fucking pay him out. And he's like, you know what? You can pay me out all you want, because that shit's like $100,000. You know what I mean?
What's good, Jenny?
Oh, Jenny, hello. How does that work, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, not to get into too many details, is it something like increment payments throughout the thing, or like she has to like pay you straight up before the divorce is finalized?
Oh, the divorce is finalized, but the court basically maintains jurisdiction of the house to ensure that I get paid. And the court can straight up kick her out of the house and sell the house from underneath her if the court has to.
So if that does happen, let's say, would you be nervous that the court would just sell it for a lower amount just to get it off of their hands and you get less than what you deserve, or?
No, I have a fixed amount. My amount has a dollar sign. It's not a percentage.
Okay,
it's
so
dollar
like,
sign.
let's say that, like, just for monkey math here, okay? Let's say that you get owed $100,000. So, and the court kicks your wife out saying, fuck you, you're not paying your ex-husband this, and they end up selling a $300,000 house for $200,000 for sake of argument. No matter what, you always will get that $100,000, even though she can get fucked for it or something.
Correct. Yep. She gets to appreciate any gains or losses after my number.
Interesting. Hey, Fister, love you, buddy. Still miss you. Interesting. So, guys, you guys like Ari Aster or what?
Who?
I don't know that name.
Ari Aster, the guy that made a Hereditary in Midsummer.
Oh yeah. Makes pretty good.
Have you guys
movies.
watched Beau is Afraid?
Nope.
I've only seen Midsummer. I haven't seen Hereditary, nor have I seen the one you just mentioned.
first of all, Hereditary is a better movie than Midsummer, in my personal opinion, and it's way scarier. More scary, I should say, not way.
That's
scarier.
I'm not
probably
saying
why
it.
I wouldn't go see it, because I don't generally like scary movies. Midsummer was like getting close to my limit just because it was more of a psychological thing. There wasn't much in the way of
That's the
jump
same thing
scares
with
or anything like that.
Hereditary. That's the same thing with Hereditary, by the way. It's the same type of deal like Midsummer is. But Hereditary is interesting because, to my understanding, he did a lot of weird like experimenting where like he always, again, this is like what I've heard and I saw it on the internet, so it's got to be true. You know what I'm saying, Ancom? And basically throughout the entire movie, he always has somebody staring at you in the camera lens through every scene. And even though you might not actually realize someone is staring at you, your unconscious mind gets hit with it. Because even though you don't see it, your unconscious mind does. So like you're always feeling eerie throughout it, Hereditary, basically. And you don't really know why. And the story is fucking wild. But I just watched Beau is Afraid, and let me tell you, I was very disappointed.
Really?
Very disappointed because I like Ari Aster. I liked Hereditary a lot, and I liked Midsummer a lot. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was disappointed, and it's 3 hours. Who makes 3-hour movies, dude? Could we get the Stop Killing Games? Could we like start making movies an hour and a half to 2 hours again? Could we do that?
I mean, Superman was like 2 hours. I thought it was a banger.
Hey, I just said.
I
an hour and a
mean,
half to
I
2 hours,
remember,
okay?
I remember Titanic back in the day being like, what, 3.5? This
Beau
is
or
not a new
Bew?
phenomenon.
Sorry. Bew or I don't even know how to. Jenny? What you're saying? The second one is right. Beau. Beau.
Beau.
I think it's still
That would
pronounced
be-
Beau though.
Yes, it's a French name. It's pronounced Beau.
Longlegs was weird. There's too much lore, also.
Wait, was Longlegs the guy that like was with the weird, not really a mask, but it was kind of a mask, and he like has what?
Yeah, it was
I think I
Nicolas
watched this.
Cage.
Nicolas
And he was,
Cage,
like,
right?
all
Yeah.
bleached out and had massive plastic surgery.
Yeah. I forgot what happened in that movie. I'm pretty sure I like that movie actually though, but I don't remember what happened. Which maybe I didn't like that movie then. Did you watch the new Spider-Man, Lethe?
Which one was the new Spider-Man?
I'm sorry, Superman.
Yeah, I just saw that the other day.
Oh, you said Blitz.
Yeah, it was
right?
a banger. It was biz.
Hot take, I think that one girl's pretty fucking cute. Millie, what's her name? Hitchcock? What's her name?
Like, you talking about the one that plays the Supergirl?
Yeah.
She was in it for like all of 3 seconds.
Millie Alcock is her name.
There you go. I'm basically there. I do hear that. I did hear that. The new Superman is pretty good. I was gonna go see it, but it like in theaters. But every time I go and look at this ticket, everything's sold out, and I'm like, I'll just wait for a little bit longer. I'll hold off. I don't want to sit next to
Yeah, we know, Paul. We know.
I sent you that DM, Lethe, and you didn't say anything back, and I was like, oh wait, I think he actually thinks I'm racist.
You sent me a DM?
Well, I mean, I sent you a DM and said, hey, just to let you know, I'm not racist because you're my friend and
Oh
you're
yeah,
black.
I don't believe you. I mean, I'm your one black friend, so it's fine. I don't hold it against you. As long as when you start
And
the
you said no-
revolution,
you said no.
I'm still safe.
Oh yeah, dude, you don't gotta worry. I got like 3 black friends to be clear, by the way.
Oh no, he just said you don't gotta worry. That is immediate cause for worrying.
And the fact that he's counting his.
So
black
why
friends.
is it? So why is it the more in this? I don't. This is the case for almost
love you,
anything
Amphibious.
with this topic. But why is it the more that you try to like defend yourself from like someone calling you racist, such as like what is happening here with like, oh, I got 3 black friends and stuff like that, that you just sound more and more racist the more you try to defend yourself. Like there is no defending yourself. You just sound
it's
racist because
probably
you're trying to
because
defend yourself.
It's probably
Because
white
it's for the
people are
same reason.
colonizers.
No,
Hey,
it's
Ike says
it's
W. Paul.
simple. Yeah, actually, that white people are the colonizers, but
Yeah,
also
exactly. Yeah.
if you are not racist, you do not need to say that you are not racist.
Or count
You
the
only
black
need
people
to
in
say
your
friends,
that-
vote.
though.
Yeah, you only need to say that when like you have or like other people have reason to think that you might be racist because you've given it to them, and now you're trying to shake off the allegations.
Wait, no. I have black friends though.
Oh, sure, Paul.
See what I mean?
Yeah. Some
It
of your
sounds less
some of your
convincing.
best friends are black. We get it, Paul.
No, I like rolling with the fact that you guys think I'm actually racist.
For
by the
sure.
way.
Have fun playing D&D, Hammer. Don't let anybody throw you off a roof.
You still do racist shit though, Jenny? Stop. I don't do anything racist. IQs though, you want to talk about that? I hear Jews are high, by the way. But on a serious
Oh,
note though,
What'd you say? What did you
Jews
say?
have the highest IQ, I hear.
Could it be because organizations run by Jewish
All I
people
heard,
make the
all I
tests?
heard was Jews are high. That's all I know.
Jews are high a lot of times. But
That's all I heard.
to be clear here, I wanna fight the allegations in chat, okay? Deep dish pizza is way overrated, and I do not eat deep dish pizza from Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, see, I've the correct like deep dish style pizza is Detroit. Chicago can go fuck itself.
Yes. Well, no. The truth is this is thin crust pizza
You're making
is the best
cheese?
pizza.
You can make your own cheese?
That's just not true.
Yes,
that is
you
true.
can-
That is true.
It's actually not difficult to
It's
make
not
your
true.
own cheese.
I'm shocked.
You
Why
just
would
have to
I
let
go
milk
make my own
expire.
cheese?
Makes your own
Cheese isn't
pickles
that
and
expen-
cheese? Ginny
expensive.
is amazing.
I mean,
Um,
both of those
absolutely.
things are things that are very easy to do at home. Like, literally, go to the grocery store, get a gallon of milk, or better yet, heavy cream. I don't remember all of the steps to the process of separating it, but I know it includes heat and acid, and then basically you strain out the curds and add some culture and let it sit for a while, and you got cheese. Or you don't even have to really let it sit or add culture if you just want like ricotta or mozzarella.
So we know that Paul can't make cheese.
I do not make my own cheese. I go to the supermarket and buy it.
Oh, apparently cream is not good for cheese. I thought the higher fat content was better for it, but yeah, I haven't ever made cheese myself, but I know like the process isn't particularly difficult. You just need some cheesecloth. Like that's the only thing that most people don't have that they would need to get to make cheese is cheesecloth, or if you just have a really nice like towel that doesn't, have a lot of fibers and stuff. But cheesecloth is generally going to be better. Milk and vinegar. Got it. Yeah, I knew cream was good for butter. I just, because of the higher fat content, I thought it would also make for better curd production. But yeah, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All good. Yeah, but to be fair, all of those cheeses are made more or less the same way, including removing of the whey. Yes, I had to make that pun. I'm sorry. And it's just really about the cultures you add to the cheese and how long you let it mature for. Flour sack towel or old t-shirt. Oh, okay. Good to know. Many
you guys,
things I do not know about cheese making.
How are you guys feeling about the Trump administration so far, boys?
Oh,
About the same as I felt since the beginning. We're under a fascist dictatorship and it's getting worse every day. Like,
What do you mean by the fascist dictatorship? Let's get down to the details here.
oh my god. Okay. Let's see here. We have ICE picking
Don't
people
think.
off
Hey, really
the...
quick. Hold on, really quick. Just because you
that's
said,
the
"Oh my god,"
question.
I just want to be clear here. It's not that I disagree.
Okay. Let's see. We have ICE picking people off the street regardless of their citizenship status. We have the removal of due process for any and all immigration proceedings. We have the fact that he is now he has Los Angeles under military occupation and has for at least a month. Let's see here. The fact that the courts seem entirely unwilling to actually, or I'm sorry, unable in the case of many of the lower courts because of the fact that the higher courts are unwilling to hold him to task for his bullshit.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. So, okay, really quick. So the first three
Yeah,
ones were
Paul
all
did
about
abandon
immigration.
us. I know, and I'm still hurt.
Oh wait, Paul abandoned us and doesn't do trivia too. I'm sorry. I will try to figure this out. Okay. But actually,
Look, I just want to reclaim my top spot on trivia and make it known that I am the trivia god. Okay, that's all I
You are
want.
the trivia god, by the way. Just to throw that out there, I will know you are undisputed trivia god. But hold on. Okay, so the first three things were immigration. I think that most reasonable minds will agree with you that that is a type of fascist administration, at least in that realm of immigration, where hey, guess what, you got a speeding ticket 17 years ago and now you can't renew your green card. Oh, because you couldn't renew your green card, guess what, you're going to fucking El Salvador, right?
My dude, they have literally been detaining U.S. citizens, natural-born U.S. citizens.
Did you hear they started
Have
sending
they?
motherfuckers to Africa?
And they're trying to send people to South fucking Sudan.
Oh, wait,
A
wait, hold on,
place
hold on,
that
hold on, hold on.
even
Let's talk about this. Hold on, hold on.
the State
I wanted to
Department
talk
won't
more about
send
the
any
higher
but their
courts with
most
the lower
critical.
courts. I did want to
Okay.
hear about the examples of the higher courts with the lower courts, but let's talk about the U.S. citizens. I would like to let's talk about it. I haven't heard of this, and I would like to hear about it. So, let's Ancom. We got
Yep.
examples, I assume. Yeah.
Bring them up. Give me a sec.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Yeah, you pick
It's
a
actually been
country.
okay to send to random countries. I don't
Why
know
Don't you
how
pick a
true
country
that
There
out of a
actually
hat,
is,
and that's where you're
Fisker,
going.
but I did see that the court said something that they would be a-okay with. I didn't look too much into it, but I saw that they settled this on the other day about saying that they were okay with sending to other countries. But I don't know exactly what it said. I didn't look into it much. I did see that they settled on this last week in the Supreme Court.
Hey, I'm glad
Because
you
I would
enjoyed
like
it.
to hear about
I'm
the
happy to
U.S.
be here.
citizens going. I heard him.
So
I heard him.
we
saying-
have I was able to quickly bring up at least 3 different examples of U.S. citizens being arrested and detained by ICE even after they have proved that they are U.S. citizens, they continue to be detained by ICE for a period of time. They were not immediately released, which is fucking wild to me. So we have, back in April, Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez from Florida. We have...
Could you link this to the
State.
thing? I just want to know how long they were detained and everything.
Yep. Here, I'm just
the
gonna
chat,
go ahead
yeah.
and throw you all the links in the Twitch
Yeah.
chat.
Hey, it's not that
You
it's
can-
not that I
Damn.
disagree with you or don't believe you. I just would like to see what you're reading. That's all.
Yep. Here's another one
Oh wait, where are you putting this? I'm sorry.
in the Twitch
So
chat.
what are they doing? Are they
Oh,
just
Twitch
are they
chat,
just
Twitch
picking
chat.
off Latino? Are they just picking off like Latinos and Latinas like off the street and just like basically assuming that they're legal until they prove they're not?
I mean, considering
Yes.
that they're allowed to basically run around in masks in unmarked vehicles without having any identification, kind of seems like it.
Well, it's not even that. The problem is that I've like seen things where they don't really give a fuck about your identification. They sometimes just like don't even believe that the identification is real. That's an issue, you know.
Yeah, they just had a big old thing that
Um,
happened at MacArthur Park where they sent a bunch of military or National Guard saying they were looking for people
Are they
making
wearing
fake IDs.
Are they wearing
Bingo, Jenny. That's what I
body
was
cam?
getting at.
Are they wearing body cam?
No, they are not wearing body cams.
Wait,
Oh
why
no,
not?
are you fucking kidding me? DHS isn't required to wear body cams. Please.
Wait, why not? Well, I'm talking about ICE, but why not?
ICE is under the Department of
Yeah,
Homeland
but I'm
Security.
saying like,
so
but I'm saying I understand if like all Homeland Security,
Because-
doesn't
hey,
do, but I'm
hey,
saying ICE.
because
it's-
there's no
listen,
federal
it's
law
because-
requiring the use of body cams. Those are state and local ordinances.
It's because it's the feds. It's the same reason that you're not going to get cameras in federal courtrooms. It's because it's the feds.
No basis for the charge. Okay, so he was only remained for 48 hours, which is shitty, but you can get detained.
Yes,
for
and
nothing
my-
in
my
America
point is
regardless of
that
48
was-
hours, right, or 72. or
That was
something?
one of the earliest examples I could find. It's been getting worse.
Actually,
Yeah,
win
let's
this
keep
game,
it
it's
going.
bonkers.
Well, I'm just. Well, the reason why I asked how long because can't I be detained for no reason for like
Oh.
72 hours and shit?
I sure hope so. I mean,
No, I'm saying like in general though, as a white male in America. Okay.
I don't know the specific law in relation to Chicago and Illinois about like how long you can be detained without being charged for anything.
Paul, I hope
but I
you
mean,
said
yeah,
40 hours for no reason, only because you said well. The guys, really quick, hold on. We have to set. Okay, so there are huge issues. This is why I brought this up in general about the Trump administration, how you guys feel. There are big red flag issues that I have with the Trump administration that is going to what I would believe is a fascist administration. And I am always hated on Trump. I fucking hate Trump. I hate their administration. I hate most Republicans because they fucking look at this and they think it's okay because of polls that they see that immigration is Trump's above water on. I hate this shit. But we do need to, as a party and as a left coalition, make sure that we're not like, how do I want to say it? Talking about
don't say
things
but.
that
He said but.
He has said "but" so many times in this conversation, you might think he was talking about a porn he recently watched.
personally, I'm not really a butt sex guy when I watch porn, but
You don't
we
need to
just
be
need to
about
watch
butt
out- we
sex
just
to
need
be
to
talking
watch-
about butts.
we just need to
Shout out my man
watch
White
out
House.
when we talk about something like, okay, so like this first thing, like, yeah, this is terrible, it's awful, it's 48 hours, but again, I think that they can hold me for 48 or 72 hours for no reason in America.
Either way,
So-
Paul, I think you're protesting too much. I
I'm
don't
not
think
protesting
anyone
too
accused
much.
you of that, and you randomly came up to defend yourself that you don't watch butt stuff in porn.
Oh,
like-
that, yeah. I don't know, Paul. What's your stance
Thou
on
doth
Palestine?
protest too much.
I don't want to get Lethe banned. Okay, fuck them all. But no, on a serious note, if you really want my true opinion on Israel Palestine, is I was originally on the Israeli side after October 7th. And I'm okay with them like taking out Hamas and stuff, but at this point, anybody sticking up for Israel and like what they're doing, you could just basically call them like Israel stands. They're almost like Trump stands at this point. Like they're just sticking up for them because I don't know why, to be honest with you. What Israel is doing right now is fucking terrible. And anybody saying the opposite is just fucking losers. But that's my opinion on Israel Palestine.
Oh, Zephyr wants
Pull me
it.
in, Lethe.
I just saw.
Yep, you're getting detained. True, dude.
Because he's Italian, we're going back to the
hello?
old rules.
Hey,
Hello. Can you hear me
Zephyr,
today?
is Zephyr-
Oh, yes, you can
Zephyr-
hear me finally. Yes, I can finally talk to
Hey.
Paul.
Yes, Zephyr. Hey, really quick. I'm not
What's up?
running. I'm not running. Okay.
Uh
But
huh.
in like 9 to 10 minutes, I am making some soup downstairs. So I have to pull the chicken. So I'll be gone for like 10 minutes after that. So, but I'll still be in the call.
Right.
But
I'm
gonna be
literally
detained.
here just for 5 minutes. I'm literally here
Okay.
just for 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So, like, I've spoken to people. We haven't interacted that much directly, but I've like
Sure.
heard about you from other people. You seem like a chill guy, so it's nothing personal. However, I do want to spend some time critiquing your political opinions. Are you okay with that?
Deal. Absolutely. Give me one. Hey, give me 1 second here. Let me get a water bottle. I can't wait for.
It won't take long. It'll probably take like
I'm excited.
3 to
I'm
5
excited.
minutes.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back in give me 25
Yep.
seconds. Is that cool?
Go for it. Go.
Why does Paul need a break so bad?
Well,
He said he was getting some water.
Paul's going to talk about butts and pull the chicken, whatever that means.
Oh no, but he prepped that he prepped that break up there for
Right on.
quite a long time, and it kept changing.
I mean, it's
It went
better
from
than
a water. It
Doghouse.
went from like food to a water bottle to.
Doghouse says he's going to
I'm
leave
gonna-
for like 35
I'm gonna have to
minutes.
bring out the chart.
Hey, I'm back, and I just want to before you start anything, okay? I just want to say
Mhm.
one thing, Zephyr. Okay.
Yeah.
You never have to preface yourself with me. You can always call me a scumbag. You can always do this, that, and the other thing.
But I don't think that.
truly do it
So
all the
No, I
time.
know that. I'm just saying, like in general, you don't have to like preface like, "Hey, I think you're a cool dude." You don't have to do any of that. But I'm ready, baby.
all right. Okay. So I have this theory, right, which is not popular today, but I think it will be popular soon, which
Hey,
is
okay.
the master centrist and the slave centrist. So the master centrist is the centrist guy whose opinions define political allegiances and political parties, right? They're the people who control who the party in power is essentially. And then there's the slave centrist, which is like, oh, the Republicans are far right, the Democrats are sort of center right. You know what? I'm going to be somewhere in the middle of center right and far right. You are your political opinion is defined by what the political parties do or what the propaganda around them is, rather than creating your own opinion and forcing the parties to change.
Okay.
And I feel you squarely lie in that slave centrism mentality, where regardless of what happens.
Wait, before
Sorry?
you address this, Paul.
Wait, why
Tessie
do
set
you,
us up.
wait, hold on. Hey, Tessie, love you, buddy. wait, why do you think that I am on the why do you think that I am on the I would like the political party or not on the this is what I think we should do as a political party for change to make us win compared to the slave side saying, because that's one side what you're thinking is the people that are the thinkers to try to make the party change for the better or to win political power. That's one side you're saying. That's not the slave
Right.
party, correct? If I'm understanding right?
Yeah, that's like the master centrist who are like, okay, they lie somewhere in the center, but they're like, this is my line in the sand. This is why I think it's wrong. They might debate it, but they're like, if these lines are crossed, I'm no longer voting for this party.
Okay. So, and then there's the other party that will, if I'm understanding correctly, you're
Manipulate
saying-
the guy into kind of being, hey, this is the centrist opinion, you know? Like, why are you saying you side with the Democrats? Are you not a centrist? A centrist should lie somewhere between the Democrats and the Republicans, which is not true.
Okay.
The centrist could be
So why do
like-
you think I fall in the second? The latter.
because I've never heard you criticize Republican Party despite multiple red lines being crossed. I've never heard you outright criticize them without making some excuses. I won't say
Okay,
we won't
so-
discuss the
okay.
validity of those excuses,
sure.
but
Okay, so really quick. So just to be clear here, I just want it because and I don't mean this like in any like disrespect at all.
Mhm.
You didn't know me when I was streaming and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But I grew up as a conservative.
Mhm.
That was like my grow up thing. Like I voted for Mitt Romney in 2012 when I was first allowed to vote over Obama because that was when I was 20 years old roughly. What was that? Yeah, I was 20 years old. I voted for Mitt Romney over Obama because I grew up in like a conservative household. So I do hold conservative values overall at times. I will always, well, I shouldn't say always, because there are judges that I vote right wing in my districts because some judges I just like, I'm sorry, you're trying to fucking let criminals off way too easy. Fuck you type of deal. But I have voted Democrat and advocated strongly for Kamala this entire election, and I've always been a stand for Democrats. And I have my issues with the Democrats where I would like to see them move towards, and I have some real big problems with the Republican Party to the point that I'm not even voting for them as like a baseline. I don't want to say a baseline conservative, just I grew up as a conservative, but now I consider myself a Democrat now at this point. So that's why I'm confused why you think I'm the other thing, I guess.
Because I don't know your history. Like, I only know what I know of you from secondhand
Sure.
conversations and what I hear on stream.
So for instance, right now I will probably, you're right. I since you've known me, I will be more critical on the Democratic side on what we should probably try to do for messaging for like midterms right now. Like, you might see me in here fucking bitching about some fucking things that the Democrats are doing. Like, I just saw a new poll today that came out. I think it was YouGov. I forget exactly. Bro, the Democratic like approval rating is like 21%. Like, it's fucking terrible, dude. And it sounds like, and I hate to be racist, by the way. It sounds like are you from America or no?
I'm from India and currently living in America.
Okay, so when I see things like this, where the Democratic Party is getting less and less and less popular while Trump's in office doing atrocious fucking things, and the Republicans are just allowing him to just step all over them as well on top of it. Yeah, I have some big issues with the Democrats at this point, where it's like, why is the messaging so bad when Trump's approval rating is super low, but the Democratic Party's approval rating is also collapsing? What are we doing wrong here? So yeah, I will at the moment be very critical where I think the Democrats will go, but I promise you, if you see me on Lethies or other things, when it comes to midterms, I'm going to be fucking shitting all over the Republicans, always be standing for the Democrat overall, and that I think right now we can shit on the Democratic Party because there aren't midterms going on. There are some special elections here and there, I'm pretty sure, but none in my state at the moment, I don't think. And if they are, terrible marketing because I don't even know about it. I vote on everything, so So
I know your soup's about to get cooked, so if you want to go do that, and then
no, I just got to pull some chicken. It's not a big deal. It's soup. It'll fucking, what is it going to get dry? Am I right? But yeah, that's really. See, it's funny because I look at myself as the former instead of the latter. What you described. Paul is going to pull. What did you say? Pull his chicken. I did say that, yes. But I do think I'm trying to tell people how we should move forward as a Democratic Party by me bitching about the Democratic Party at the moment.
Okay, so I understand all of that. I feel like this conversation was more about what is happening, to immigrants, and how ICE is being extremely unethical, even though I don't know if it's legal or not. But
I completely agree.
Yeah. So this is, I feel like this is
You're right.
not about Democrat
versus
Republican, right? So
hey, hold on.
There's some things that don't need to be justified.
No. I know what you're saying here.
Yeah.
You're saying, why are we even looking at the fucking why are we even looking at what ICE is doing when it comes to the citizens? Like, why are we even looking at the articles? We know that ICE is being so
it's okay, fine looking at the articles, but the intention of looking at the articles, again, it probably wasn't said out loud, but I got the opinion that you wanted to look at the articles to find what they were saying, to find something to be like, okay, maybe this was justified.
No. It's not that it was justified. It's just that I don't want our party to get caught off-footed. Where it's like, okay, they're even doing it to citizens, and it's like, oh wait, hold on, I haven't heard about this, right? I would like to hear about this. Let's hear about this, because if they are doing this to citizens and they're like shipping citizens like out of the fucking country and like going to different countries and like maybe having to bring them back, or I mean, what is it? Brago Garcia, he's like, all the charges have like basically been dropped, and he's like suing the fucking government at the moment or something, isn't he? Like, they fucked up hard with that guy, but no one cares. Which is terrible.
Literally made up evidence and like propagandized it
terrible.
into existence. Like the MS-13 tattoos, which was Photoshop, clear as day, and a lot of Republicans to this day believe that, oh, he actually had tattoos. They believed that he was a member of MS-13. They believed that he was caught outside Home Depot trafficking slaves or trafficking people at the very
yeah,
least.
exactly. Yeah, it was the
It
marijuana
was
leaf,
not
the
only-
skull.
It was not only some kind of mistaken identity, it was actually made up evidence.
This is
Like a whistleblower has come out and said it was made up.
Yeah, no. I don't disagree with you. But okay. I looked at this for like 1 second. It was months ago. Even though he's like illegal and everything like that, and God, I sound like what you're saying here with the slave fucking shit. Okay. Okay, but isn't there kind of evidence that he actually might have been MS-13 though too?
No, it's made up. It's actually made up. It's not even like
I don't know.
No,
I
it's
saw
on
a
his
couple.
suspicion.
It was on his
I saw a
knuckles,
couple.
bro.
I saw. No. I saw a couple people saying that he very well might have been. But at the point is that they can't prove it, which is really what we need to know, right? And but overall, they're gonna get away with this because he is illegal, right? And so they're gonna get away with it, even though their fucking shit is super draconian.
Is he
but-
illegal?
Yeah,
He
is,
did
yeah.
technically come to the country illegally, but he had a stay of deportation order. So basically, the courts decided that he
No,
can
wait, didn't
stay
he
in the
get-
U.S.
Okay, again, I might be getting mixed up with another case, but didn't he get asylum because there was like, what was that gang?
So
like
he
after his
didn't
family
get-
or something?
I mean,
Yeah,
even
I-
if Fister, I don't know if
Helicopters
Fister's, I don't know if Fister's memeing, but I like Fister and I, we like argue all the time, or used to, at least I should say, rip, all the time, and he's like way more like Democratic stan. Well, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Democratic stan, but like in general, he's more than I am, and but he's even saying that it's possible that he could have been. Which I would assume is what he means is MS-13. So I'm pretty sure there like again there isn't enough like whatever. But like overall, there is like kind of evidence where he might have been type of deal, you know. But again, there's not enough evidence to just ship him to El Salvador like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they specifically were like the one place that the court said he cannot be deported is El Salvador, because that is the place that he is claiming refuge from.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's in like, dude, I fucking argued with Duckman Johnson, Ancom the other day when we were playing Marvel Rivals, where he was like,
game.
bro, tell me about it, dude. He was fucking trash, and I was fucking making fun of it. Dude, I may have pissed him off so much. But anyways, he was talking about like being prosecuted. I'm like, well, this is one of the things for being prosecuted for asylum. You need to be being prosecuted by like a gang or a government, you know? He's like, no, being prosecuted. I
You're
don't want to hear it." I'm like,
confusing. You're confusing the word prosecuted with persecuted.
Sorry, thank you. Persecuted. And he's like, they're being persecuted by the government or whatever, you know. We don't want these people in here. I'm like, that's literally why we do want these people, because they're fucking getting persecuted by like gangs or a government, and that is what the asylum process is for. And he just didn't understand, you know.
Not understanding something, I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
I know. I know. Don't worry about it. But okay. Let's go back to Cypher. Cypher, my friend. Okay, so you hear me say
That's the first time I've heard that sort of
So I've heard,
convolution
Mike.
of my name.
Wait, what is it? I'm sorry.
Zephyr.
Zephyr.
As in an airship.
As in, I don't even know what a Zephyr is because I'm retarded. Okay. But that being said, though, okay, so
Amazing. You'd
your
think
biggest
Google
issue.
existed.
Well, I mean, dude, you act like I got fingers, okay? At my disposal.
I mean, I assumed because I've seen them on camera, but you know, maybe something happened since you stopped streaming. I don't know.
Wait, you were looking at his phalanges the entire time?
I thought he was calling
Yes.
Cypher his friend. Oh no. But okay, so your biggest issue with me is because you think I just shit more on the Democratic Party than the Republican Party, and that's the issue. Am I getting this correct?
No, I wouldn't mind you shitting on more on the Democratic Party if you were like an outright propagandist for the Republican Party, which there are some people, like, fine, that's their job. But I feel like I've never heard, okay, these are my positions, and like if certain lines are crossed, that is like I'm even gonna stop like defending that particular thing, right? Like for me, the line was Jan 6th, which is like once Jan 6th was done, all
Yeah,
the 4 years I spent being like you defending like, oh, Trump won't actually do this. Trump, it's just a negotiation tactic and all that bullshit. Well, that kind of all of that came true on Jan 6th. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just not going to defend this guy. And I was a Democrat
wait,
then. If
hold
I
on,
were to
wait,
vote,
hold
I would have probably voted Hillary. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll, maybe I can see some
Wait a
positives
second,
what Trump is doing and all that.
Wait a
hold
second.
on,
Wait a second. In the middle of all this, so I haven't. In the middle of all this, like, it seems like we're conflating politicians with single issues, right? Because from what it sounds like you're saying that like if this politician
one single issue
violates,
that might be so important.
if this politician, right? But you're talking about throwing away a politician for a singular issue, correct?
I mean, I'm not saying that you must have a single issue.
Regardless of the circumstances.
No,
What you just described was throwing away a politician for a singular issue, correct?
hang on, listen to what I'm saying. I believe that although people don't necessarily need to vote after one issue, but some issues are so big that they cannot be overlooked. For example, freedom. For example, right to vote. Like, if that is broken,
Correct.
brother,
Where are those being taken away?
Jan
I think
6th.
I think Trump is the biggest problem in America in politics since, I don't want to say Richard Nixon because I don't know enough about Richard Nixon, because I read a biography by Richard Nixon, and after I read it, I was like, fuck, hold on, maybe I was too harsh on this guy. But even farther than that, I think he is the biggest issue, and the Republican Party right now is the biggest issue that we've seen in America, possibly in our history.
I'm not sitting here supporting Trump. What I'm trying to get at is the broader idea.
No. I'm telling that. Fuck. I don't even.
And
Zephyr.
Fuck it. Cypher. I'm gonna call you
party's
Cypher.
You call me Z.
Z-Man.
Bring your ass in
Z-Beaver.
here, Chip.
I think Zephyr's point was though there can be some single issue red lines.
Yeah, you
and
can't look at the holistic picture, but the red lines, I feel like in my opinion, there should be some red lines on certain issues that, hey, like this is something I'm not willing to move on. Something like that, but like I'm gonna have to listen to some kind of justification, right? Like it is not.
Hey, really quick,
like a hard stance that I have,
maybe I can clear this up with you really quick.
Mhm.
I
Pull your
voted
chicken
for
already?
Hillary. I voted for Hillary in 2016. I voted for Biden in 2020, and I voted for Kamala in 2024.
Again, that's
What a party!
well and
dude.
good.
Well, no, I'm just.
Hold on, Zephyr, you're speaking from the POV of like what, like a center left voter that like maybe in 2016 could be the justification some people had for voting Trump.
No, I'm kind of what I'm getting around to is like, are there any red lines? Like, and if so, why haven't they been crossed yet? Number one, and number two, are there any red lines that you're afraid might be crossed in the future? Like that's primarily what I want to get to.
Well, no, I think right now the red lines are being crossed, and luckily I know that ANCOM is going to disagree here. But there are red lines being crossed to the point where I think we've seen more active issues from the Supreme Court because they're seeing this at the moment. And yes, the Supreme Court might not be exactly how we want it to go. It is leaning more center right, is what I'll say, by the way, center right than it is center left at the moment. But we have seen more active Supreme Court justice rulings because of what Trump and the Republicans are doing, which isn't good. But we are seeing the branches of government work more because of what what the Republicans are doing, trying to break the fucking system. And I do believe that that's happening. And I think the Democrats right now, we need to make that a messaging point. We need to move forward. We should be way more popular than we are at the moment. And so right now, before midterms, I'm going to be trying to push the Democrats to trying to talk about how they're doing this and what they're doing wrong until midterm comes around. And when midterms come around, you'll never hear. I won't talk shit about them. I am a huge capitalist. Okay, and
You
like,
mean
I'm not a
huge?
huge capitalist. Okay,
Couldn't help it.
but like, so like Mamdani, for instance, like, I don't like him at all. Granted, I'm not from New York. I'm from Chicago. But like, at the end of the day, he's doing it right. He's doing it right, what he needed to do. He took off the center left. He fucked them up. Granted, they had shitty fucking candidates, but whatever.
I was gonna say they had
Um,
Andrew fucking Cuomo. Even the center
Yeah,
left doesn't want him.
but he's still, well, we saw the other thing that came out today. There was a special election. The center left got crushed. I forget her name, by the fucking progressive candidate. We're seeing them do some right things on the far left, but you know what? We need to learn from these people, or we're gonna die as a party, because we're gonna go way too far left.
Oh, it's
Which,
on.
again, Ancom, I apologize for saying this, but we're gonna go way too far left, to the point where we're gonna lose the American population, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, America is center right. That is basically where we're at, is center right.
Grab some water.
And
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I mean, we just lost the Democrats just lost a fucking. The Democrats just lost a popular vote. You know.
But I think that can be sometimes boiled down to messaging versus where people actually are
Well,
on
that's what I'm talking about, is
policy
messaging, right?
sometimes.
That's what I'm talking about, is messaging here. You know, and
It's not just
and-
messaging, Paul. Paul, it's not just messaging. It's actually something that we had a bet on, that you actually owe me dinner over, is that Biden backed out of the race way too late. I said
Yeah,
Biden
he
was
did.
going to
You're
back
right.
out of the
And
race.
you want to know
before-
what? You want to know what? I remember that bet, and I do owe you dinner, and I will buy you dinner anytime you're in Chicagoland. Okay.
Oh,
You
Dope.
just have to let me know.
that is
I'll let
You're
you
from
know.
Indiana. You're from Indiana, so you
Okay,
don't live far from me.
I have another problem with what Spartacus just asked. If
Hold
the
on,
problem
I
was
do have to.
getting
I do have to
too
pull.
late, what
I
are the
do have to
approval
pull my
ratings?
chicken. I have to pull my chicken. I'll
Okay,
be right
Go
back.
pull your chicken.
Okay, I guess I can discuss this with Sprout in the meantime. If your point is that that is the reason why the Democrats lost, then surely all the approval ratings and all that doesn't matter, right? Because we figured it out. That's the reason that Democrats lost, was because Biden pulled out too late.
No, I'm saying that was a major
Really
mistake
that.
that absolutely killed. I'm saying that was a major mistake that absolutely killed any chances they had. Having Biden
Okay.
run again was a major mistake that absolutely killed Democrats' chances at winning.
Okay, I mean, as long as we're like saying that, yeah, there were other factors to it too, and that wasn't the
There
main.
were
or the only
there were
reason.
certainly other factors. I'm just saying that was one fatal mistake.
Right. Okay.
I actually agree with Sprout on this one. Trump's dad definitely pulled out too late, and his mom should have swallowed.
I think the timing of it definitely put more hurdles, like unnecessary hurdles, in place.
But then it gave the Democratic Party a candidate they didn't want. No one wanted Kamala. You guys weren't even voting for
I'm
Kamala.
talking
in the
about like
primaries.
the entire sequence of events once
I mean,
the decision was
The
made.
country didn't want Kamala so bad, nobody can even say Kamala. It's amazing.
Okay. In India, it's pronounced Kamala. It's not even Kamala or Kamala, or it's Kamala. Like, yes,
And
the bad word
Yes.
with a la at the end.
The thing about Mamdani in New York, I mean, the way for one, it's one local mayoral race in like one of the bluest cities, and if you look at it from this perspective, okay, they're not going to vote. I mean, the chances are they're not going to vote a Republican in. That's just out of the question. So then, what do you have? You have the status quo that you've been angry at because whatever they're not getting done. So then you look at the other option. It's gonna just by natural, it's going to be to the left of the status quo. So that's what they're going with. If he ends up winning and screws up, they'll probably go right back to like the status quo, more centrist Democrat. But the thing is, like, I try not to read too
Yeah, I
much
think
into
it's-
like these
I
smaller
think-
local elections because
I think if he-
at the end of the
I think
day,
if
it's a
he wins, though-
coalition.
I think if he wins, though, it's going to swing the pendulum. I think if he wins, though, it's going to swing the pendulum so far one way. If he screws up, I think that you actually might end up with a Republican mayor for New York City. Like, you actually might.
Well, it's not outside the possibility. I agree with that. I just think like when we're looking at like the odds of where these cities go. I mean, I try not to just draw too much. And when I say big picture, I mean like national implications. Because it seemed like a couple weeks when
I
he first
I
won.
don't think there will be any national implications.
No, I agree, but it seemed like the same thing happened when like AOC won her little small burg. It's like like media was trying to like, oh my God, it's a total remake of the Democratic Party. It's like, no, it's just certain cities will go a little further in the direction. And same goes for like some red cities. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene probably couldn't win in all red like places, but she keeps winning in her district for whatever reason.
No, I get that. I get that all too well. I live in Indiana. The Republicans don't even like run an election. They just kind of assume they're getting elected and they don't care about the populace anymore. It's fantastic. I love it.
As long as you're enjoying it.
Yeah. I can't buy alcohol on Sundays outside of the hours of 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
That is horrendous.
Those are the only hours I can buy alcohol on Sundays.
I don't envy you on that.
In all 4 surrounding states, medicinal marijuana has been legalized, but not in Indiana. Like,
Luckily, Indiana's small, so you know. I'm sure you can find a doctor who can do an out-of-state script.
For alcohol?
Does that work that
No,
way? I
for-
don't think that works that
for
way.
it would
cannabis.
still be
I don't
illegal
know if
inside
it
of
does,
Indiana.
like-
It doesn't work that way.
I mean,
Typically, what people in Indiana do is they either drive up into Michigan or they drive over into Illinois, get what they need, and come back.
Yeah,
It's like the same way people in Illinois get guns.
yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Is that how Chief Keef does it?
Yes, unironically. Well, now he's bigger, but dollars to donuts,
After
I
drop
shit
picker
you
does.
not, his guns probably
Take it easy,
came from like
Zephyr.
Indiana.
And Zephyr has run away. Paul wins again as he's pulling his chicken. Yeah, no, I don't.
Although I can tell you, Illinois' gun laws bug the hell out of me.
Not as much as Massachusetts, I'm sure.
Except for in recent years, I couldn't even drive through Illinois with a gun on my hip to get to Missouri to go to like my grandpa's house. I couldn't even drive with a gun on my hip through
Wait, you mean
Illinois.
literally on your hip? Because there's a lot of places you can't do that.
Okay, I mean like I can't drive with a loaded gun inside of my vehicle going through Illinois up until recent years.
It's pretty. That's pretty. I can see how that's irritating, but like actual loaded on your hip, yeah. There's a lot of places you can be like, "Fuck, no, don't do that." I don't know what Texas
But I have
does, but
a
even down
conceal-
here in fucking Florida, you can't do that unless you're going from like a hunting, fishing, or camping expedition. You can't open carry like it's still if you're in your fucking car, you can't have it on your hip. You can't do that.
No, I mean I understand that. What I'm
Yeah, I was just clarifying.
I
'cause,
guess I guess what I'm trying to say is I have a CCP in Indiana. I know it's not needed in Indiana. Indiana has like the whole constitutional carry thing, which I disagree with, but that's neither here nor there. But I
Okay,
have my
what is
CCP,
that?
and it's like it's frustrating. It's frustrating that I can't let you get through Illinois, even though I have a CCP. Even though my intention isn't even to stop in Illinois, it's to go through it.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
I'm back, pussies.
Zephyr ran.
Who's talking
from you.
shit?
Zephyr ran while you
Zephyr-
were pulling the chicken.
My God, unbelievable! I knew that guy was a coward. I knew it. Unbelievable. Actually, to be honest with you, I that was a really good conversation because I do think that a lot of people that don't know me, I know that obviously Lethy, we meme together, and stuff like that. But overall, I do think that people that don't know me think I probably am more right wing than I truly am.
X
has nothing to do with the things that you say, like the but.
Oh, you're saying because I'm a racist?
Well, that too.
Oh, I was gonna say I have
and
black friends.
really quick, X-Rocks, what he means about guns being purchased from Indiana, he's not talking about from licensed dealers. He's talking about from like gun shows where there's unlicensed dealers selling. It's like a private person selling their rifle to somebody else. There's no background check done. There's nothing in Indiana. I can sell a pistol rifle since I don't have my federal license to sell anything. I can sell my pistol rifle in Indiana to anyone without checking any information.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I have a thing, Fister, here. I'm just like reading the comments here. Remember, Kamala was just a bad candidate. How could she have won against an imbecile, demigod, childish, criminal, corrupt, narcissist, lazy, ignorant, etc.? Wait, was Kamala not a bad candidate?
No, she was a great
No,
candidate.
it's just that Donald Trump was far worse as a candidate.
Well, when I hear people say bad candidate, I think political win and political loss. Trump was a good candidate for the GOP. Kamala at this point is a bad candidate for the Democrats.
Now, at the time, I don't think she was a bad candidate, but I do agree with Sprout that had Biden pulled out sooner and she had more time to actually connect with the voters, it probably would have worked out better. Because again, she didn't lose by that
you want to know what
margin.
well, it was a super small margin. We got to be clear about this. It was Trump ended up, or I think Kamala lost less than Trump lost in 2020. And Trump almost won 2020.
So I will give you the stats because it feels like every time I hear people talk about this, no one has actually looked at the numbers.
I looked at it, yes.
But in 2020, no, in 2024, Trump received roughly the same number of votes as he received in 2020. Kamala received 6 million fewer votes than Biden received in 2020. So Trump's overall support did not increase. It was the Democratic candidates' support that significantly decreased, basically by people not showing up or not marking president on their ballot or voting third party, whatever the reason is.
Yeah, whatever you want to say it is, yeah.
Like, this was very clearly, if you look at the numbers, a motivation problem on the side of the people who would have voted for Kamala. And, like, Trump didn't do anything different, and he didn't get different results. It was his opponent that got different results.
Wait, what I said, though, was that Trump won by a slimmer margin than Biden won in 2020. But Biden did barely win 2020, is what I said.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually true.
Electorally,
it is true.
Electorally versus Kamala, it wasn't even close.
Electorally is different what I'm talking about. Electorally, Trump destroyed Kamala.
You're talking about popular
here. No, I'm not talking about. God damn it, dude! I fucking hate all you motherfuckers.
Well, then, when you say electorally, if you're not referring.
No,
if you're not
Trump
referring to the electoral vote,
Trump barely won. Okay, wait. What are you talking about when you say? Wait. What are you talking? Wait. What did you? What
you said?
Hold on.
You said.
So wait. Hold on. What is the difference? What you?
I'm not going to hold on because you just asked me a question, and I would like the opportunity to answer the fucking question.
I know I'm right here. That's fine. Yes.
Okay. So you were saying that. Trump or that Kamala's loss to Trump was smaller than Trump's loss to Biden in 2020.
Correct.
And then you said electorally Trump crushed
What
Kamala.
I said though was that Trump barely lost 2020.
Yes. But the point is, then you said
and then you guys said electorally, Trump got crushed. I said, well, electorally, so did fucking Kamala.
Yes, and so when we're
And what
talking,
I
when you're
was
saying
saying-
electorally, it sounds like you're
Mhm.
referring to the electoral college vote.
Wait, no,
Is
I
that
didn't bring
not
up
what you meant to say?
I didn't bring up electorally. You guys did originally. And I said, well, electorally, Kamala got
Right.
crushed.
I asked.
Well, if you don't know
I-
what's being
'cause I-
asked, then
'cause I
why are
said
you
that
answering?
Wait, no.
because-
Wait.
It's because
what are you
I-
talking
it's because
about
I
why
said
being
that-
asked? Biden barely beat
It's
Trump in
because-
2020. Could you agree with me or no?
I asked that question, Paul, and it was because you said that Trump barely won against Kamala, and I said,
He
well,
barely
electorally,
won against
it
Kamala.
wasn't even close. So I said then after we went over that whole situation, I then asked, so are you talking about the popular vote? And you said no. So I have no idea what vote you're talking about, but you're not talking about the electoral college. You're not talking
okay,
about the
so
popular
how do you win? Okay, hold on. How do you win states electoral votes? Hold on.
Through the localized popular vote?
I want him to say this. I want him to answer this.
through the localized popular vote.
Okay. So when I say that Trump barely lost, what do you think I mean by that then?
Considering you're talking about a national election, I would come to believe that would be the federal popular vote or national popular vote, correct?
No, what I'm saying here is this: is that he barely lost in all the swing
It's a
states.
federal election. Why would
In
I think about the
2020,
state's
He
popular vote?
barely hold on because we're talking about the election. So when you're saying
Okay, so then we are talking about the electoral college.
God damn it, dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Okay, so Trump
late.
barely lost in 2020. Trump barely lost in 2020, even though he got crushed electoral college wise. Okay, because in the states that he lost that were the quote unquote swing states, like Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, all those states, he barely lost in those states. It's something like 150,000. I forget exactly the number. I'll just hedge my bet here and say 500,000 votes between all of those states. If they would have went the other direction, Trump would have won 2020. And that's the same thing when it comes to Kamala. Yes, on paper, electoral wise, yes, Kamala got crushed. But when it comes to the actual numbers, Kamala barely lost. It's something like 180,000 votes overall that needed to be switched to the other side.
Yeah, so you are talking about the electoral college votes from the swing states rather than the total national popular vote.
Of course I'm talking about that.
Yeah.
Fucking...
I think we all got
And-
that. I think Sprout was confused on that one.
That might have been me.
Hey, oh my God,
might
it's
have been
Chip. I've heard that voice in so long, dude. I want to suck your dick. How have you been?
We're having a serious conversation right now, Paul.
No, we're not. I mean, could you, let's be honest here. Come on now.
I'm good. Hope you're good too, buddy.
But hey,
This is
of
just
course
a
I'm doing
bullshit
well.
conversation on a bullshit Lethe stream.
No,
I mean,
no.
we-
But like, hey, we have to admit though, really quick, because Lethe actually fought me this 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, that Trump barely lost 2020.
Yeah, no, I think that's true in 2020. I think it's true in 2024. That it was barely won by the person who won it, in the sense that if you look at the specific number of votes in the key areas that would have needed to flip, the margin's a lot smaller than anybody talking about the popular vote or talking about what looks like a landslide when you just look at the electoral college numbers. That was your point, I'm sure.
And also another thing too, which Lethe fought me on, by the way. Actually, I'm going to ask you, Chip.
Sounds like he
if
won
COVID-
because you're copying his points now.
if COVID would have not happened in 2020, do you think that Trump would have won or lost?
I don't know.
No, just like, what do you think?
Without the mismanagement of COVID, I think he probably would have won re-election. It's not just
God.
COVID happening; it's Trump's response to it.
Exactly. Oh my God, Chip, this is why I remembered why I loved you, dude. I mean, like, dude, oh,
Well,
dude.
now I want to know why you were fighting with Lethe, because
Lethe doesn't believe this. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't think that 2020 Trump would have won it if COVID never
Well,
happened.
There's other factors that could have probably swung it, but I think that's the biggest one. It's like, I don't know, Lethe, I feel like you'd be like losing money on that one the same way I lost money saying Kamala was going to win. Because I was like, no, the American people aren't this stupid. But they are.
Well, I said there were
Yeah,
other
true, they
factors.
are
So
this
had
stupid.
COVID not happened, there could have been other conflicts or issues that happened because the world essentially shut down. So any screw ups Trump could have made outside of COVID, he could have still also made.
Doesn't matter.
I
about
Yeah.
influence,
remember I
because at the
remember
end of the
hearing
day-
something I remember hearing something not long ago that part of the reason Russia waited until 2022 to invade Ukraine was a result of COVID. So like if COVID had not happened, there was every chance that we would have seen that invasion occur in 2020 and seen how Trump handled it then, which he probably also would have fucked up.
Hey, honestly,
That's
on a
kinda where I'm
serious
at with
note,
it.
though, here, I'm just gonna throw this out here on a serious fucking note, which is super weird to say.
serial.
How about
We're not
can you
having
try
a
to
serious
throw it out here on an
conversation. I was
unserious
just-
note?
You're being so serial right now, Paul.
So serial right now. And I hate this because Trump said if this would have been me as president, this would have never happened. But honestly, I do believe that the whole like Ukraine bullshit wouldn't have happened during the election season, and he would have waited after the election. He probably would have absolutely still done the invasion in that time frame in his second term, but he probably would have waited until the election was done because he thought that he had a better fucking rapport with Trump than he did with or during like to try to get him reelected type of deal. He used to like Trump. I don't know anymore because Trump's basically saying, hey, we're going to fucking do all this shit to you if you don't fucking do this. But in general, he would be like, yeah, I'm going to wait to do the actual invasion until he wins the election. And also you saying that, by the way, also proves Trump's point unironically, saying if it would have been me, he would have never done it because am I not wrong there by you saying
we're
that that's
banking
actually true?
on-
You,
Trump
no, you
outspoils
are
possibilities.
absolutely wrong because Trump just says shit to sound like a strong leader.
Well, you just said shit for what? Because he would have invaded, but he didn't
but
do
I-
it because he lost the election.
No, I didn't say anything about Russia not invading Ukraine because Trump lost. I said he didn't invade Ukraine in 2020 because COVID.
Oh yeah, COVID.
Yes, and I was saying that if as my information
Wait, do
seems
we
to
not- do
suggest
we
is
not say-
true, hold the fuck on and let me finish a goddamn sentence. If that information is correct, and we did see Russia invade Ukraine in 2020 because COVID didn't happen in this hypothetical alternate world, then the election likely would have not gone well for Trump because of how badly he would have handled that situation, in my opinion.
Okay, so I kind of disagree here. Reason
Of course you
being
do.
is because, well, of course, I mean, of course, we're trying to have a conversation. Wait, could you imagine if I said, "Oh, you're right," and then the conversation ends? Retarded. But but no. But really quick here, America was on giving support to Ukraine in the beginning of this war. And then let's say that Trump comes in and says, I cannot believe this guy did this. We're going to help Ukraine crazy because all the polls show it. And we all know that Trump looks at polls and says, whatever the public people want to do, that's basically what he wants to do, besides this emceeing shit, by the way. Why would we not think that them doing this would make Trump have a bigger chance of winning? The strong man, right?
Yeah,
don't
except
know.
then we see the strongman's claims are bullshit, and everyone
Mhm.
realizes,
Well,
oh
we
wait,
wouldn't
he's
be
not
able to see the
actually
bullshit.
helping.
We wouldn't be able
We're
to
getting so
see the
far into
bullshit.
counterfactuals and having to factor in the word of a known liar here. It's gonna become complicated. I wanted to ask
Little bit.
Ancom, where did you hear that? Where did you get that thing
No
from?
new wars.
Without the COVID, they might have invaded earlier. Because I'd be interested. Because I can only argue
Yeah,
against
I'll have
it
to
with my
find-
own schizo shit in my head, which people could
Yeah,
probably
I will-
back up. But
I will
my
have
thing
to
is that
find
I
it
don't think
again.
they
I
would've-
remember reading it a couple of months back, so I'll have to find it again.
I think
Trump
that,
also
like,
You
said,
disagree with
uh,
you, by the way. I think that would only make Trump's support go up if Russia
Hold
would
on,
have done that during the election season. By the way, I'm just throwing that
Trump
out.
also said Putin fooled everybody but him, but now it seems like no, he actually fooled you too, or you were just willingly being
retarded.
fooled.
No. The thing is, Putin fooled Trump and nobody else.
I don't know. He's fooled a lot of people over the course of his entire political career, but the only thing I would say is that like maybe he would have invaded in like 2020 or 2021 and it got pushed to 2022.
We go on face.
But like having Trump put in office, I don't think it makes any sense for him to. If Trump was in office at the time, I think he would have just wrote out the Trump thing, like because you've got this guy that like is I don't know, he's weak. You can probably push at the boundaries. You don't need to go full scale yet because you can just continue to encroach. I think Putin's kind of a victim of circumstances, suffering from his own success. Now he's got an even more unstable person.
But it is an interesting question how the right would have reacted had Putin invaded during Trump, because I feel like because it happened under Biden, there was like an easy narrative to say, oh, this is Biden's fault. This is Biden's war. This is Biden being an interventionist. Where
Biden made the Epstein list.
Yeah, right. So by the time Trump got reelected, there was already like kind of like an anti-Ukraine, pro-Russia bend to like the right that there hadn't been before. I don't know if the right would have gone that way if we had to deal with the invasion while Trump was president. The thing is, it's all conjecture at this point. We were kind of guessing.
The best
Yes, it is conjecture, but like the initial question that started all this was that if COVID had not happened and we hadn't seen Trump's horrible response to COVID, do you think he would have won the 2020 election?
I don't think he would have won. I don't think he would have won. Here, let me be clear here. I don't think he would have won. I think he would have crushed.
We have people on cam now, by the way, Paul, in case you wanted to pull up your camera.
I'll go on cam. I haven't been on cam in forever.
Yeah,
my hair is
got,
so cool.
Vincenzo De Wilson, a.k.a.
Growing out,
Andrew
boys.
Wilson, and this man, Paul, who has not showered in at least 3 days. Looking good, Mike.
Damn.
You look like you lost weight.
Why is Paul's
It's a good
looking like
look,
Jim
Paul. It's a good
Rome?
look for you. I like it.
Yeah, look at. Hold on.
He's getting ready.
Paul looks like he just came off the tennis courts.
I'm saying.
Dude, everyone keeps saying that you look like a professional tennis player, and I said, you know
Charlie
what?
Day
I think
after
your
he
mom
bagged
drinks
that
tennis
Eris.
rackets, you know. Bro, my shit's.
And you were entirely
Doc, I was
saying.
talking to your audience when you're muted in Discord, my dude. I can see those lips moving.
Yeah, if you're on cam, it's gonna get confusing. But I will say just really quickly, the biggest counter argument to what I'd say is like, if Putin wanted to invade, he'd do it under. Oh no, fuck me. This proves my point. What are we looking at? 2009, 2010, and 2014. That all happens under Obama. I think when you've got the people that are aligned with you, i.e., the Republicans, or even more so Trump, especially if he's really like a compromised Russian asset in some way. Then if you're
my fucking microphone's muted. Damn it!
You don't.
I told you.
You don't do any.
You don't listen.
Trying to tell you.
I've got no. Listen, Lethy. I've got a sound. Okay,
Muted?
I'm
You guys.
no. Okay, let me explain.
Yeah,
I've
wait,
got
let Chip finish this. Let Chip finish this.
Yeah,
Hold
let
on.
Chip cook.
Dude, it's not my fault you're muted, dog. No, all I'm saying is I don't think you make any move as Putin to invade a country in your sphere of influence when you've got the Republicans in office in the United States. I think you want the Republicans in office in the United States, so you do it when the Democrats there. That's why all of these invasions happened over all the invasions that we're looking at recently. Well, whatever. Sorry, I'll be quick. The Ukraine, 2014. We're looking at other stuff in the region. This is all under Obama. I think Putin has a strong motivator to only invade when there's a Democrat in office. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, kind of true, and I don't know how to say that because then I'll be labeled more of a fucking Republican.
You are a Republican, Paul.
I am not a Republican, dude.
Who?
The only-
Okay. If you had to
only
pick between,
Republican
hold on,
I've-
listen, watch this. If you had to pick between Trump, Vivek, or Ron DeSantis, who would you pick?
Ron DeSantis.
Wrong answer. You're a Republican. You should have said none if you're actually not a Republican. Got him.
If it was those three, Ron DeSantis, not even a question.
I didn't say if they
You
were
can-
those three. I
you
said.
can- You can always say none of the above, and yet you did
Yep.
not choose that option.
Imagine me being a fucking loser and voting third party or voting nothing.
Or I was gonna say you could just not vote. That's always an option and a perfectly valid one. But
How dare
you're
you
too
speak
much of a
sense.
fucking
Oh yeah,
electoral
let me
cuck. You're too much of a fucking electoral cuck to acknowledge that not voting is a perfectly valid option.
let me not
The
vote or
anarcho-communist
vote
tells us
someone
what
different
valid
than those
options are.
three, so that the winner of my state becomes Donald Trump.
Can I
Imagine
guess,
that.
Can I guess why
Because
you
you
chose
want to know
DeSantis?
something, all of you motherfuckers, really quick here. Hold on, really quick. You guys want to know something?
You
really
live
quick
in
here?
Illinois. That
All
was
you
never going to
motherfuckers-
happen.
All
That's
you
why you picked them.
motherfuckers that vote third party out there, okay? All you're doing is voting for the winner of your state. And guess what? Most of the time, if you're doing that, you're gonna get the person you don't want, and you can't fucking bitch.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
guess.
who do I want between those
That's
three?
not how voting works,
I'm
but
gonna
okay,
guess why
sure.
it
If you
falls
want
exactly
to
how
keep up
voting
that
works.
illusion.
Because he wears lifts
It's
in his
exactly
shoes,
how
and short
voting
kings
works.
have to stick together.
yeah, true. I got to get my boots on, baby.
On your neck? Yeah, I bet.
Oh no! But
Oh,
on a
no,
serious
no.
note, though, like
no. The
people that
boots,
vote
the
third.
boots go in his mouth.
Wait, really quick though.
around.
When it comes to like third party voting, I don't disagree with you, Ancom, when it comes to like you or myself, where you're in a super red state. I'm sorry, super blue state. I'm in a super blue state. Even though it was way closer than it should have been this last time. But anyways, a super blue state. To where like, you know what, I could vote for a third party if I'm really disappointed with the Democratic candidate, But at the end of the day, when it comes to like these swing states saying like you need to earn my vote and then they go and vote third party, all you're doing is voting for the person that wins. It's not good. And I'm sorry, you can't
But
complain.
you can
You cannot complain.
you can continue your delusion as long as you'd like.
Okay, let's say Ohio. You voted for a third party. Did you not this last time in 2024?
No, I did not.
I thought the last time you talked about it, you said you didn't vote for Kamala.
Oh no!
Correct.
Is anyone gonna
That
hit us
is-
with the
that
I
is-
didn't vote.
Yeah,
So
I
you
did
didn't
not vote for
Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Who did you vote for?
I didn't.
He voted for
Okay,
Dees.
okay.
I voted for lots of other people down ballot, but I didn't. I intentionally left the president box blank in 2024.
Okay,
I heard
so
he voted for Dees.
okay, so let's say that you were in
No, I
Michigan.
did not vote
Let's
for
say that you were
candidate
in
Nuts.
Wait, let's say that you were
You
in-
voted for actually Nuts is his middle name. In your mouth is the last name. That's what you voted for.
Oh, okay.
Let's say that
yes.
you were in Michigan. Let's say that we're in Michigan. Would you have voted for Kamala?
Yes.
Okay. So why didn't you vote for Kamala in your state then?
Because I did not want Kamala as my president, and because I knew that my state would inevitably vote for her anyway, I had the freedom to vote my conscience since we do not have any sort of ranked choice
Why
system
didn't you,
in
why
which
didn't you want Kamala to be your president? What did she do wrong?
a number of things. Her stance
are
on
they?
Israel-Palestine was a big one for me.
I can't. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say you knew that your state would vote for Kamala? Didn't Trump
Yeah,
win?
yeah, he's
I'm
super
sorry,
blue.
I'm in the wrong
he's super,
state.
no, he's super blue. He's super
I'm in
blue.
Massachusetts.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't want
He
to. I didn't want to.
He
say
said
that.
Ohio, and then I was like, I thought that you were like over on the East
No,
Coast like that, but then he said
he
Ohio,
was-
and I was confused.
He said
Yeah, I got you.
Ohio, and then he said Michigan, and anyways,
I would just.
I live in
putting it like,
Massachusetts.
I was just confused.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I disliked her policy on Israel-Palestine. I disliked the shit that she did with Biden on immigration. Was it as bad as Trump? No. Was it bad? Yes.
Wait, what did she do that was bad with immigration?
Do you not remember the whole "Do not come" speech?
Okay, okay.
And then
So
Trump said that he was
I
gonna
do
come,
remember
and
that.
then-
I do remember. So wait, you wanted them to be more open to immigration or less?
Yes.
I'm actually.
I mean, obviously,
Less.
yes.
No.
More.
More. I said yes when you said, did you want them to be more open to immigration? Yes, I wanted them to be more open to immigration. Not necessarily illegal immigration, but I did want them to open up the visa program to allow more visas to be issued, to crack down less on, border hoppers and things of that nature. because I am, one of the few people who actually is for open borders. I know the U.S. will never do that, so I'm going to advocate for policies that I think they are likely to do that will open up the country to more immigration. Because I think overall,
do you not think that we would get to a more reasonable of your idea with a Kamala presidency with immigration compared to like the others?
yes, it would have been closer, but like
wait,
when
no,
I
it's
have
not
the
closer. I'm
freedom
not talking
to
about wait, hold on. I'm not talking about closer here. I'm talking about steps in the direction that you want.
that is what closer means.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm not talking about
Then
being
say
closer
what
in
you
an
mean.
idea.
You don't mean closer.
I'm not saying I'm not saying closer in an idea. So like things can't change instantly, right?
course
You
they
need to
can.
slowly,
Yes, they can.
slowly go the
Hiroshima and
direction that
Nagasaki
you
would like
want.
to disagree with you.
True.
You don't need. You don't need to. You don't need to. It may be more effective, but it's not necessary.
So like when you say like, oh, they should be more open to immigration. So when like Kamala comes out, which you were upset about, but Kamala comes out and saying, I'll get a border bill done. We'll get more judges in to be able to make more legal immigration happen. Is this not the direction and step you wanted to go? Or what are we like? What is your idea of getting closer to into your ideas here when it comes to like immigration, for instance?
I mean, she still indicated that she was going to continue to increase funding for DHS and ICE. She still indicated that she was going to continue the same level of deportations that we'd been seeing under the Biden administration and the Obama administration before that, both of which were at record highs.
When it comes to these deportations, though, isn't most of these people that are being deported is the people that aren't coming through like the correct routes of how they're supposed to do asylum as well?
Did you just say deported?
Damn right he did.
Whatever.
Just let him try to.
I'm not gonna.
Here's
He
the
didn't
fuck about
nitpick
the actual
spelling
word
on.
here. Hold on.
He didn't nitpick spelling in trivia,
I
so I
admit
won't
it. The man is
nitpick his
admitted.
grammar.
I unfortunately am being deported by my wife. So I've already dedicated 2 hours to this camera. So
Love you, buddy.
off. Later, guys.
Appreciate
Love you,
it.
buddy. So
That was
like
less than
really
35 minutes. That's a record.
you're saying how long or short?
Oh, for
Doesn't
him
matter.
saying
That's
he's
what
gonna
she
leave
said, baby.
and then good one, Paul.
But like in general though, like this. So this is what actually frustrates with me when we have someone like Z-Man come in here and saying like you are the slave of where it comes to ideas when it comes to the Democratic Party, and you give too much water to the Republicans. This is the shit that pisses me off right now, where Ancom's out here talking about how Kamala is talking about a better fucking immigration system, more judges, more people there, getting more people to go through the asylum process, and then somehow she's doing it wrong. But I'm the one that gets fucking rimmed randomly. Right? Like this
Z knows my political alignments, so but I also don't go around like vocally criticizing the Democratic Party all day. I do it when people ask me specific questions, as you have been doing, but like I don't spend my time digging on Democrats when the Republicans are in charge. Yes, I think the current Democratic Party is spineless, do nothing pile of shit, because I feel like they could be doing a lot more obstruction in Congress than they have been, but that's another issue for another debate. Right now, it is the Republicans who are in power, and it is them who we should be focusing our energies toward criticizing, because that's who's doing the shit. When the Democrats go back to doing the shit, like even if they win a single house of the legislature, I will be more than happy to criticize them for whatever bullshit they are actively doing. But as they are actively doing nothing right now, that's about all I can criticize them for.
I understand that. So, but like really when it comes to them doing the normal process and you're upset about it, how do we fix the normal process? It is fixing the immigration process in general, which I think I would hope we both agree on is more judges, more fucking border patrol, and actually having a stricter type of system so that these people that should be allowed here and want to be here are able to come here. Not this bullshit that we're seeing on the other side. And all you can do is what the rules are at the moment. You can't bend the rules unless you're Donald Trump, funny enough. But you can't bend the rules, ANCOM. You can't be like, oh, you know what? Even though that's against the law, we're still going to allow these people in and just like fucking like forget about it and just fuck you, ICE, fuck you, border agents. You can't do that.
You know something the executive branch has the ability to do, and we're seeing this quite clearly under Trump, is refuse to enforce the laws as they currently exist.
Okay, so this is perfect. This is perfect what I was trying to get at. So you're just telling me that you would like Kamala Harris to have wanted to come out as an executive order saying she would do this to basically allow the border to be open. Is that what you're not saying?
I don't think she would ever do an open border, but if
I'm
she
not
would
saying
reduce...
what she would do, but what are you asking for?
I already told you what I'm asking for. I want fewer deportations. I want ICE to be abolished. I want the DHS to significantly draw back its border protections. Like, yeah, I'm sure there will still be deportations under any president, Democratic or Republican, but I can make requests like abolishing ICE.
Z. This is what I'm talking about here. I'm sorry that there are times that I fight against the Democratic Party, Z-Man, okay? In general.
Is he in chat?
Yeah,
he's in chat. Yeah. Because this is a crazy statement that ANCOM just said. He basically just said executive order, open borders, basically, is what he just said. I'm sorry, I have to fight against this shit. It's not makes me a Republican. This is strategy, and what we need to do as a party is to, I apologize, and I love you so much, ANCOM, shoot these ideas down because we'll never fucking win ever any election.
Oh, trust me, I'm used to my ideas. I'm used to my ideas being shot down. This is not new.
Hey, Paul, I think you're missing something pretty big here. ANCOM only voted the way he voted because he has the luxury of voting his conscience. I only voted the way I voted for governor because I have the luxury of voting my conscience because I'm in a state where my vote does not matter. Indiana's going to go red whether I vote this way, that way, or I don't.
I am not losing that at all. I'm talking about strategy and marketing here. But yes.
But ANCOM is not out there campaigning on behalf of the Democratic Party.
But he is on these spaces that we're on together, talking to a lot of people, talking about this exactly. So when it comes to ideas, especially during the election, and he was on my stream, and again, ANCOM, you know I love you, buddy. No hard feelings here. He was still on my stream saying, he'll say don't vote for Trump, but he would still fucking not say that he would be doing this and still be shitting on the Democratic Party during that time.
Fuck. I needed to run back a question that I asked Sprout literally a fucking year ago.
Dude, he's like a cactuar. You're not going to catch him.
Well,
yeah, but Paul,
here's the thing: is that look, there's an agreement between Paul and ANCOM here that he thought was being skipped over. But there's also there's a question as to when you say you have the luxury of voting your conscience. Sprout's not here. I'll try to talk to him about it later. I will take the advantage to ask ANCOM about this. ANCOM, if you literally don't vote for Kamala, like you said, you voted for a lot of other stuff down ballot, but you didn't vote there. You didn't vote for a third-party candidate that aligned with your ideals. You didn't vote for somebody who wasn't even running anymore that aligned more with your ideals. Well, you didn't even put a name forward. You just didn't do it at all. So all you're doing is like allowing it to be presumed that the reason you didn't vote for her is X, Y, or Z reason. You haven't made a statement. Do you see how that's incongruent with voting your conscience?
I mean, there was no presidential candidate that had earned my vote.
Bro, if you'd written
as simple as that,
Supreme, I would look at it entirely differently as just not writing a vote.
Well, okay, the problem with write-in candidates in Massachusetts is they still have to be registered with the state for a write-in. So, like, that would have been thrown. That vote would have been thrown out simply because Vermin Supreme wasn't registered in the state of Massachusetts running for president. But there were plenty of people I was considering writing in as a protest vote, and eventually I just got to the point where I'm like, Massachusetts write-in rules are too obnoxious to actually get the vote to count. So no matter what I do, the vote's not going to count. Therefore, why bother checking that box at all?
Perhaps on a meta level, filling in something that you know isn't going to be able to be counted because of the rules that they have might be a protest of their rules in and of itself. You could spin that one either way, but I'm saying maybe you could have done that. But for the broad question, you guys are free to go back to whatever else you want to.
There are lots of things I could have done.
The broad thing here is like when we talk about like voting our conscience. One thing that you miss when you say, "Oh, like my state is a foregone conclusion," in a certain direction, if you're voting against that, or you would normally, like, let's say your state's super red and then you vote third party, or you don't vote, or you vote for a blue candidate that's, well, I mean, it's fairly enough third party at that point. If you do that, you may very well be changing the data. You are changing the data that's going to go to the DNC, that's going to how they're going to figure out how to fund a specific district, how much support they're going to send to that place. When you like take that chance to vote your conscience, you might be like, you get enough people to do it. Now the DNC thinks we can never win here, or now the RNC thinks we can never win here. When truthfully speaking, if you hadn't voted your conscience 4 years down the line, 8 years down the line, you could have gotten more investment there because they saw it as viable. That's my thing that I talked with Sprout about like literally a year ago.
I'm in Massachusetts. This is such a reliable blue, like this is literally the most reliable blue state in the country.
I understand. It doesn't apply to you because you're blue-ish in a blue state. You're farther than blue in a blue state. But if you're like blue in a red state, that's a foregone conclusion. You see where I'm coming from?
Well, no, hold on. Not even that.
Yeah,
Chip, really
like
quick.
if I was in a
Chip,
different situation, I probably would have voted
really
differently.
Good follow-up. There's a really good question for this. Not even that, Chip. Kamala lost the popular vote. You're part of that. And now the Republicans can walk around and talk about how they won the popular vote. Trump's ideas are supposed to be the thing. They won the electoral college as well. And you're a part of that. You're part of the reason why Kamala lost the popular vote, and Republican or Democrats can't even walk around like Hillary, like, well, at least we won the popular vote. You're part of that, brother.
Yes. So what you're saying is I am part of not being able to claim a Pyrrhic, actually, no, not even Pyrrhic, a pointless victory that doesn't count for anything.
See, I love this.
That's what you're saying?
It doesn't mean, wait, what do you mean? I thought it does mean something. We were talking about that in 2016 when Hillary won. What are you talking about? It doesn't mean anything. Of course
you were talking about that in 2016 when Hillary won.
Wait, hold on.
I didn't give a shit that she won the popular vote because it doesn't matter in the way that our current country is currently run. Now, if more people were out there advocating for the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact to be adopted in their state, then maybe that would be a relevant point. But it's not, because that's not how American elections work. And continuing to talk about it as if it's some sort of hold on, it absolutely is. But people continuing.
Gotta let him finish.
Okay, do I need to go back through the fucking Constitution with you to show you? No, that's not how it works.
Well, I don't know if you ever heard of like cred or like able to like excuse like a loss so that our party isn't in fucking shambles. Which I would.
So what you're talking about is psychological propagandizing your own party. Cool. I don't care.
Of course. I know you don't care, but guess what? The American public does. And at the end of the day, all of this done is made
the voters of the Democratic Party might, but like it's a stupid thing to focus on.
We look so weak right now.
Yeah, you always look weak. That's not new.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about us.
No, I know.
Party.
I'm not a Democrat, so that you was entirely.
You're not a
at
Democrat.
The Democratic
how
Party.
do you get the ideas to where you want us to go as a country? Through the Democrats. What are we talking about here?
Nope.
No.
The ideas that I want to get to, or the ideas that I want to get through to change how this country works, have nothing to do with electoralism whatsoever.
What is it then? What is your
Direct-
ideas to be able to
Direct
change?
local organizing.
Is that not electoral?
No. It is literally building community mutual aid groups
Like through like
in
yeah,
local
like
communities, not having
Well,
nothing
can't
to
you-
do
well,
with
can't
any
you-
electoral
can't you, like,
politics.
Can't you change like if you want like a communist or a socialist type state, can't you like run for like and like build a local idea and like a community and like run for Congress and like win through the American system of like building? it
No,
from, like,
dude,
bottom
I'm a
up through
fucking
local, or
anarchist.
no?
Are you listening to yourself right now? I'm a goddamn anarchist. I want to abolish the state.
Okay. Well, I mean, like,
Yeah,
couldn't you?
I don't think
I'm just
ANCOM
like,
has much
it's-
effect on who's getting through a
it's-
Democratic primary. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I don't care.
Well, it's not a
who's
Democratic
getting
Party.
through
You can run as a
No,
third
I'm not
party.
even. I'm not even
anarchist
saying
locally.
you should care. I'm responding more to Paul when he made
Yeah.
kind of the comment of like, well, he's in these spaces talking about these ideas. He's just a dude talking ideas on that Democratic primary stage. In what it'll be 2028, I don't think there's going to be an ANCOM on that stage fighting for the Democratic nomination. Like that's just nowhere in the bounds of like what the mainstream Democratic platform or candidates are going to be talking about. So I'm not putting that on ANCOM to be like, well, you got to police your ideas, because I don't think it's going to have any effect on who the Democrats
like,
put forward as a candidate.
I'm sitting here knowing that my ideology is a fringe one at best, and though I'd like to change that, I also know that's never going to happen through party politics,
like a-
as
so
it
you're just a straight,
as
like,
it is similar to
libertarian, basically?
anything that resembles, what exists today. And yes,
So are
Kamikaze,
anarchists-
I am autistic, so yes, you are correct.
Who cares about that? Who cares about that? But so wait, I have a question. What's the difference between?
I just like it when
what you're
people call me
talking about-
retarded. I'm like, yes, I am autistic.
Oh, yeah, I'm retarded too. Who cares? So wait, I have a question, Ancom. So, like, honest, what's the difference between what you're talking about and libertarianism?
I love all you people.
The fact that libertarianism, okay, actually, libertarianism and anarchism share a lot of the same ideas. Thing is, libertarianism as well as anarchism both cover a wide range of different political views. That's why I'm an anarcho-communist specifically, because I am a subset of both of these things. I am the Venn diagram in them. So, like, a lot of libertarianism in the US isn't communist because they still believe in things like currency, private property, private ownership of capital, things like that.
Here's the biggest difference between what ANCOM is and what a libertarian is. A libertarian wants 0% tax, ANCOM wants 100% tax.
No. It's no.
No, you know
more or
what?
less.
You are kind of. Hey, by the way, Z-Man, you are kind of right actually, because what he's saying is that everyone is basically
absolutely
No,
not
no,
the
no,
fucking
he's-
anything with
No, the
anarchist
difference
in it
between.
means.
Wait, no,
He's
the
setting
difference
Chip
between
off.
what? Wait, hold on. What Ancom's talking about right now is that everyone works and does their job, and everyone lives with abundance with everyone around. No one has any currency, and what he's saying is basically correct. 100% tax.
I mean, when you don't
learn
have
the
money, you
buzzwords and
can't
learn
really
the
do
programming.
tax. But
It's all abundance now.
yeah, when you don't have money, it's kind of hard to do taxation. But sure, let's go with
Well, what
100%
about-
tax
well, what
because
about-
you
wait,
are
you don't have
taxed
any
all of the
money?
money that you are paid.
Wait, you don't have any money. What you're
will
talking
have
about in
nothing
your
and you will
your
like
life,
it,
your
Paul.
style.
I'm talking about like one of the things that anarcho-communism and a lot of forms of anarchism advocate
Something
for
nothing
is the
is
abolition
something.
of currency.
Oh, right. There's well. So what's the difference between 100% tax and no currency?
I mean,
It sounds better.
What's
that
the
you are
Sounds better than
you are
100%
taxed every single ounce of currency that you have earned. Sure, I suppose you can make the argument that they are the same thing. I
They
think
are
it's
the
still
same thing, yes.
I think it's still operating under a ridiculous you can't even get away from the idea of currency in order to understand how they're different. So I don't know what you want from me
I mean,
here.
at 100% tax, you could still convince the entire public that there is no currency. You know, everything just flows like a river.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, yeah, everything just flows
You
like a river.
Just do stuff and you
cares
get
how the
given
river
stuff.
works? Who
There's
cares how
no
the river
middle
works?
piece of paper.
Who cares about the rain, the fucking fish, The insects, who cares about any of that? Society's just moving, you know?
Yeah, Nair wants to know who gets the yachts under this system.
The yachts are
Everybody-
communally
well,
owned.
It's not
In
exactly.
fact,
it's not really
those
about
mega
the
yachts.
Is that there are yachts, and maybe it'd be like, you know, a line at Six
Yeah.
Flags or something, you know?
No, the
Disney
mega
World.
yachts are small ocean faring communities. They, you know, they mainly do fishing and, you know,
Ocean-faring
whatever they do on
communities.
the ocean, and they'll come in to trade for things they need with the things they have, and you know, it's all good.
Unironically, Mike, who gets the yacht girls? Unironically, if there was a system like this, actually the alpha males would be getting the yacht girls. That would actually be what would be happening. Funny enough, this would be an alpha
It would be the
male
dude who
ran
hangs out
society.
the biggest window from his Carnival Cruise Line.
Exactly, or like at, or
'Cause
like
he's got the most
like,
fish and there's no currency, so
or it
he
would
gives
be
that
something
bitch
like
fish.
this.
Bitches love fish.
Or it would be
I
more
heard
like
bitches love cannons.
remember you've seen Game of Thrones, Chip?
No, don't at me with your clown ass fucking consume media take.
No, really quick. You know that one situation where I forget the fucking wildling's name, the redhead with the big beard, that Jon Snow, and he's with it.
Bro, I
forever?
wasn't
What's
joking.
his name?
Literally, no. I have no idea what you're talking about. Thank you.
Oh my god, dude. There's a good situation where this like big
Is it
fucking
Rose
wildling-
or is that the actress's name?
No. It's
Is
it's
it
an
Rose or was
actor.
that the
No, it's an actor.
what
So like
redhead
he
wildling
is.
lady?
So no. So it's the redhead
Guy.
with the
Take care,
beard,
Ancom.
Guy
Hope you come back.
Wildling. That's like basically Jon
Scarlett
Snow's
Johansson.
right hand man.
True.
Okay, and
I
he looks
feel like
at,
his name
he
starts
looks
with
at
like a
Brienne-
TH. Torvin?
I forget who it is.
Torvin?
I forget what his name is, but he ends up looking at Brienne of Tarth, okay, who's like the big fucking woman, okay, huge woman, and she's like a knight that's like with Jaime Lannister and all this shit, right? And he looks at her and he basically falls in love with her instantly. And because she's like such a beast, he's like, my kids would rule this fucking planet if I'm breeded with this fucking woman. That's what would happen if there was no money too. That would be how society works. Alpha males would actually be how it goes. Okay. But I still want to know what's the
would come
difference.
sooner.
Dragons?
Or at least winter.
Dragging these nuts across my face.
Yeah,
dude.
would they come? Like I'm trying to get the dragons to
I
come.
mean, dragging nuts across his face. Yes, they would come.
We
Yeah,
gonna
they
get
would.
dragon kin. That's what's happening. It's furry world, anarcho-communist furry world.
I really truly
Luxury
want to know
furry
what's the
space
difference between
communism.
0%. Actually, you know what? Why don't you believe in this? Oh, Ancom walked away. He said, I saw it in chat. Fuck. Why doesn't like a hardcore anarchist, well, do anarchists not believe in leaders then?
Yeah, it's a non-hierarchical
that's-
system.
Well, I suppose you could take it that way. In general,
Well,
when
but-
people use the term anarchist, like we some hierarchy is natural. You can't abolish literally all hierarchy, but you want to abolish imposed hierarchy. Like functional hierarchy has to remain. It's literally impossible to get rid of. But like the hierarchy of a government, like over people, like a state, is going to be considered to be a problem. But like no like self-respecting and well-understanding anarchist would say, oh, we have to abolish like parents having any control over their children. There's a hierarchy. You still have hierarchies. So they're not opposed to leaders. They're just opposed to a state or a governing system formalized to that extent.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, I don't think
I-
they want to get
I-
rid of
I feel like-
parents.
Wait, why would anybody
That's
think
a
this would be the right
hierarchy.
way to
Fuck
run?
you.
You know what I meant, though.
He
God
doesn't.
damn it. Oh well, yeah, we are talking to Paul. My apologies. You're right, Chip. Thank you for
First of
clarifying.
all, I still want to know the difference between zero money and 100% taxes. Okay. Still want to know it.
Oh, okay. If you make zero
In a
hires,
100% tax system, you would still receive a W-2 which says you earned $2K this month and all of
Well,
it went
it's
to the
funny.
government.
It's funny because really what I was thinking, and that's why I was asking about the whole leader thing, is when it comes to a system like this, and if there are abundance of resources, let's say, I know that he would say just like distribute it through the people, but what if the distribution isn't necessary through the people? What if it just is a surplus of something? Wouldn't we want these surpluses to possibly like have like when it comes to like there has to be some type of trade, right? Of something. And like the people to be your thought leaders of this economy and this way of running life, to have like the abundance of resources to make sure that they can shift it into the right direction of what they want as an anarchist system.
Yeah, you got to take that up with ANCOM.
I don't understand. I truly don't understand, because I don't get the whole, my brain small, by the way. Okay. Big head, small brain. But I don't understand the whole like what he's saying here, like it's a abundant system, everyone lives harmoniously. But like, what about like growth or shrink in a system and stuff like that? I don't understand.
Paul, you'll get a better answer on the Democratic primary stage in 2028 when ANCOM's up there.
True.
At the moment right now, I think that the Democrats are gonna not win as big as we think they are.
You mean in the midterms?
Yeah, at the midterms. I mean, which is still a year away, year and a couple months. But everyone's saying like, oh, Trump just lost the midterms because of this whole Epstein shit and everything like that. Nah, man, I don't know if we have. Unironically, I think there's a bigger jump for a third party, what Elon's talking about, than we actually think. Do I think that he needs to be able to grow a third party midterm wise if he wants to do something. Or if somebody wants to do something.
I don't know. He had a bunch of voters that voted thinking that they weren't going to have their family and friends deported, and they did. They voted thinking they weren't going to lose medical coverage.
Yeah, but Trump's not on the ballot. We got to remember that.
Well, I'm saying for the midterms, he's still.
Yeah, but that's a problem for the GOP usually right now.
How about before you try to grow a third party, you grow like a fully functioning penis? Because to my understanding, he doesn't have one of those, and he in vitro fertilizes everybody that he has kids with.
True. As a real male.
I have serious doubts about viability of a third party in a serious context under the system we have. Like,
I agree. I do too, Chip, but I don't. Okay, so like we're still far away from a midterm. It wouldn't surprise me if we see more candidates come in as an independent candidate in the midterms. I think the Republican Party is super weak because Trump's not on the ballot. I think the Democratic Party, is in shambles. Okay, let's be completely honest with ourselves.
Oh, Trump's on the ballot, buddy. Don't get that wrong.
Well, he'll try to make it on the ballot saying, if you guys don't vote for these people, I'm not going to be able to pass my agenda, type of deal. He will run on that. And the Republicans.
Yeah, but by then that might be a good thing. It depends, because we're still the effects of the tariffs were predicted to be late summer, early fall. So we haven't even seen like the major
that's like
effects
another
of those
thing
yet.
too. Like that's another thing too. Like, do I think tariffs are going to affect shit? Yeah, I do. But like, what if it's just like one of those things that these companies like Walmart, Target, Home Depot,
They're not going to eat the. You think they're going to eat the cost?
I don't want to say eat the cost. I don't want to. I know I don't want to say eat the cost. But what I'm trying to say more is they look at it and say this is only going to last another. He's Taco Trump at the moment. So whenever it starts, it's like, okay, they're counting down how many days he's left. Like, do I think they'll raise costs? I do, but do I think it's going to be like as dramatic as like, let's say that there's like a 20% tariff where Walmart's getting majority of their goods from Mexico, for instance. Okay. Do I think that they'll raise prices by 20%? I don't know. They may not. They may just raise it by 7%, right? And will that hurt? Yeah, it does hurt. But at the end of the day, it's, unironically, eggs that are fucking $3.85 a fucking dozen again, milk.
But it's not. But
like $3 a gallon, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing: if they don't if they don't raise prices to offset the costs, then they could still cost cut in other ways, like cut staff. So then
They
when you
very
go to
well
these
might do
places,
that. Well, like let's think about it. Okay, perfect. I'm glad you said that. Let's say that they cut staff. Who cares if they cut staff at Walmart? Who does that really hurt?
well, when you go shopping there and the consumer
workers at
experience
Walmart?
becomes way worse.
No,
The
I
workers.
don't believe this whole there's
What do
I'm
you
gonna
believe,
stop
Paul?
shop. I don't I
Believes
don't
that eating
believe
the
this whole like
dogs.
no really quick. I don't believe in this whole if Walmart cut their staff by 30%, okay? And I can't cash out quick enough that I'm going to say I'm not going to shop at Walmart because of the bad service. I don't believe that.
At that point, you would just do self.
I mean, you have-
checkout, but
Well,
they
you
do
have to
have
acknowledge
self-checkout.
that cutting a workforce by 30% is going to affect a lot more than just the cashiers. It's going to
I
affect
agree.
distribution. It's going to affect shelving. It's going to affect
hey,
supply
really quick.
chain.
No, it's
Hold on,
going
hold on, hold
to it's going to affect a shit ton of the company's
agree.
operations.
I completely agree with you. 100%. What are they going
Okay.
to focus on though? Right? They're not going to focus on their distribution to getting the product to the stores, right? So like they may like cut 30%, but at the end of the day, they're probably not going to cut the truck drivers, right? They're probably going to pay the truck drivers more, funny enough, right? To stay. They're probably going to keep the people that are well, they'll probably cut warehouse people, but they're definitely not going to cut the product.
Hang on, how are they gonna
distribution, and
pay the truck
logistics.
drivers more?
Because
Like
well, why
people are
wouldn't they?
gonna
Because
lose the ability to buy from them. Like they're
no,
gonna
no,
be
no. Okay, so there's a thing that happens in economics where it's like a domino effect. So let's say that a company starts cutting down on work staff. Okay, they want to make sure that the product gets to the end location, right? So let's say that we're talking about like a truck full of bread, right? At the end of the day, the Walmart that buys the bread from this company needs to and wants to get it to the store and make sure that it gets into the consumer's hands. So when they say something like they cut 30%, what they're not going to do is be able to cut the product and the distribution to get it to the store, and then it would raise consumer prices. I'm sorry, it would raise truck drivers' wages because other companies are probably doing the same thing if Walmart's doing it, and they also want to make sure that they have that driver to bring the product from point A to point B, which means that they are in high demand, which raises their rates to be able, because they could leave Walmart and go to a Target to get paid $20,000 more because staff is cut, but they still need to make sure that the product gets to point A to point B. I've seen it all the time. I work in logistics. I work in logistics.
Yes,
I work in
understand that you work in
logistics. This is
logistics.
how it
I
works.
feel like you've got like a very narrow focus on it, and you're not taking into account like the other factors as to like what would change in that economy. If you're saying they cut their staff by 30%, and you're saying it's not gonna, well, they're not gonna do it to the truckers. Okay, so truckers are in more high demand. That would make their wages go up, but it also makes the fucking demand for truckers. Well, that's I'm looping back.
Go up because that's
But more people become truckers then, and then what are you going to get? Okay, well, there's a barrier to entry for trucking. There's a barrier to entry for
people go
trucking.
to truckers. It's not like you could just like, well, you could
I think
technically
you're
go
wrong
if you
there.
want to. Huh?
I said mother trucker.
This is what we've
Mother
been telling the truckers is that they're going to have to learn to code. Well, if you lay off 30% of your workforce in fucking Walmart, like now you're telling all those laid off people that they need to learn to fucking truck. Like,
Wait,
what
hold
do
on.
you?
Do I think that? I think that when companies come out and cut staff, when it comes to like actual, because like the 30% also probably means like other type of office worker, but in general, what I'm trying to say here is that I don't even remember how we even got to this point when it comes to the truckers and the distribution of it. But usually that will increase.
said they would pay
That's what we're talking
truckers
about.
more.
We're talking about tariffs. We're talking about tariffs. To where I do believe at the end of the day, we might see a lot of these big fucking companies eat the costs more than we actually think that they would, because they think that it's going to end when Trump's out of office. And they don't even know when it's going to
Oh, no, they're going to pass that. Every chance they get, they're going to pass those prices on to consumers. If you don't think they're going to do that, that's you're just being ridiculous.
I'm not. I'm no. Well, I'm not saying that they're not going to pass the prices to the consumers. What I'm saying is that we're going to see these companies, I think, probably take a hit in the mouth.
By the way,
and just
Paul's talking about the same companies that are introducing dynamic pricing that can raise the prices on the spot due to conditions going on. So I don't think they're interested in lowering any prices and eating costs. I mean,
well, wait, hold on. I never said anything about lowering prices.
yeah, I corrected myself. I just meant like eating the costs to like dive into their profits.
You might
What
be
hidden enough
correct.
do you think
You
that they're
might be right.
taking? Like they're going to be making less money because they have to pay truckers more, and they're
No.
not lowering,
They just
like-
might. Well, we have to see because we haven't been seeing it now. What I'm trying to say is, I'm wondering, if
Dusty's got a
they kind
point.
of take a hit on the mouth. They take a hit on the mouth. That they think Trump's only going to last 3 years in these tariffs. He's Taco Trump. He keeps delaying them and delaying them and delaying them and delaying them to the point where they might just like not raise prices, just chill with it and see where the economy goes. And if he does land like tariffs randomly, that's like a high amount. Instead of a 20% increase on all their costs, they might do like a 7% is what I'm saying, which would increase inflation, but it's not going to be like a fucking dramatic fucking change. And the companies don't want to crash the economy is what I'm trying to
I'm
say
not
here.
saying they want to, but they can also see this, and as Tusty pointed out, they can raise the prices artificially and just blame the tariffs. So at the end of the day,
When have companies
the
ever done
administration-
that?
I mean, McDonald's did it.
Wait, when has companies
Are
ever
you
done
kidding?
that?
Did you
Didn't they do
not
it
witness the
post-COVID?
hyperinflation under COVID? They will take any excuse they can get to raise prices because it happens to make their bottom line better.
Wait, are we upset about what companies did during COVID? Are we serious? Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't hear this. Is this true?
no,
Am I
it's
out
kind of
of touch here?
post-COVID when everything was
It was-
reopening.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of a big deal. Like I remember a lot of people
No,
talking
hold
about
on. Did I just hear
the
you guys say
shrinkflation.
that we're gonna blame companies about raising prices or like lowering supply during a worldwide pandemic? Wait, the companies were the issue.
No, I
during this
don't. I don't
process?
think so. I think the point here is that they have no incentive to re-lower the prices after they've raised them due to like initial inflationary shock.
We see it all
And
the time.
also, they will.
We see it all the
And
time. What are we talking
also,
about here? We
they
see
will.
food
They
fluctuate
will
all
raise
the time.
prices beyond what they have to because they have that built-in excuse.
Eggs?
Yeah,
Anybody?
yeah,
The
they-
actual reason
they-
eggs skyrocketed.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So there was
Wait,
legitimate
why do these?
inflation
Wait,
post-COVID
do you
when
guys
everything was
believe? Wait, hold
opening
on,
up,
hold
but
on,
then
hold on.
they
I have
tacked on
I
more.
have to understand. I have to understand here. Do you think that the reason why we had high prices in the grocery stores and like stores was because of the companies?
No,
I think.
I
I think they
Wait, no, I
raised
think I'm
things.
hearing this.
I think they raised prices significantly more than they had to.
I'd agree with that.
Like there was a whole fucking graph that came out where they analyzed the reasons for price increases, and the majority, meaning it was a bit over 50% of price increases, they could not put on any other economic factor. They couldn't put it on on scarcity of resources. They couldn't put it on scarcity of labor. They couldn't put it on any other economic factor other than they just raised the prices because they had this built-in excuse. And so what we saw, yes, you expect prices to go up some as a result of these sorts of things. But why not increase it a little bit more when you have that built-in excuse? It's
Hold
not
on.
like anyone's
Okay,
looking
so
that
I
closely
saw-
at your books to see
Hold
the
on,
exact.
I saw. Hold on, really quick. We have to, as a team here, really shut down this fucking thing about like grocery stores. Like I saw Nair even as I would call Nair center right, and saying that like chains got caught raising prices. Chains got caught in Canada doing that, and then I think one chain in the United States got caught with that, doing it with like Tyson. It was like Tyson or something, or Purdue, and it was with chicken, and it got completely tossed out. There are some times where I think that there's been caught with like raising bread prices by like 25 fucking cents of like over the amount you should do, but there has been no evidence of this, of what we're talking about. Yes, they're going to raise prices at time because they got absolutely fucking demolished and crushed during COVID to try to get a profit here and there. But what are we going to do? Not allow our food companies and other distribution companies for our food just like fail and just like not do this? Like,
I think we're acknowledging the legitimate inflation. We're talking about beyond that.
Sorry, I had to.
I actually didn't hear anybody. But I don't know.
Is Purdue
I don't
not
know.
entitled to the sweat of my brow? That's what I said.
Well, no, like I do think that companies get way too much of the blame, because it's like that one argument I used to say on my stream back in the day, okay? When it came to like gas companies, Chip, and talking about like green energy against gas companies, right? Or oil companies. And I would say, the reason why oil companies want to or invest the most money into green energy is because they want to make the green energy their product. They want to develop it to the point where they don't need to use oil anymore, because that is a good money-making machine, and also you look good to the public. 97% of companies in general live by that motto. They want to look good for the public. They want you to shop there. They are super competitive in prices with most industries. Maybe car industry is different or something else like that. There is not like some crazy cabal behind the scenes with these companies, or like raising prices to fuck over the people.
We don't need to allege a cabal here for this to make sense. What we're talking about is opportunisticity. I don't even know if that's a fucking word, but like when you're dealing with
Opportunism. The word is opportunism.
Yeah, sorry, it's because I was about to see
everybody's doing it, so everyone's doing it.
No, wait, motherfucker. When we're dealing with goods that are relatively inelastic in their prices, and then those prices increase. Shit, I'll try not to get out technical with my terms. I can't keep up with myself. I don't know what I'm saying. Fuck me.
It's okay. Hey, wait, hold on, Chip.
No, this is Ancom's point. This is Ancom's point to a certain degree, is that once these companies have a reason that they can raise these prices, they're going to. Not that they can necessarily. From your perspective, you're saying they have to. They need to survive through the shock of like a pandemic or something like that happening. But once those prices go up, later point, but first point, do we know exactly how much they need to raise that price? Do they know exactly how much?
Either.
Right. So, but they also don't know how much they can until they get something that comes to them, like a pandemic, where what you've said is they want to look good to the public. Well, now the public is expecting a raise in prices. So when the raise in prices come, what they're going to do is alpha and beta test it, right? They're going to fucking test it to see.
Yeah, they're going to make bread $3. They're going to make bread $3, and then who knows? Maybe that other.
So you agree?
Yeah, exactly.
You agree with Ancom's point?
Wait, hold on. What we're talking about here is market rates. What we're talking about here is market rates here for a second. Okay, so this is, yes, the same conversation, but a different conversation. When it comes to something where they raise a price and all their competition as well raises the price to the same level, yes, that's where you do see inflation, and that's where you do see increase in cost. For something like maybe it was $3 in bread, and one company did it, the other companies didn't have any bread anymore. They got bread back, and they all started fucking doing $3 in bread. Okay, and they're all living off of it, even though they could really sell it for $2 and still make whatever type of percentage their goal profit margin, right? I agree.
Even under your model,
No, hold on. I agree. I think that is. I think that is kind of. No, hold on. I do think that is what kind of happened when it comes to some of these places. Okay, but also what we did see is that these companies went there, they fought back and forth, and now prices for food as well as other things, it's not back to the level, but it's at reasonable levels, because they went high and they started battling back low, and that's where we're at. This is really how the market will work sometime when it comes to some of these things. And
the other problem is there's only like 3 to 4 total companies probably in charge of the entire supply chain of our
Yeah, well, and
grocery
that's another
stores.
and wait, hold on. That's another problem when it comes to like monopolies nowadays monopolies, right? Where yeah, it's like Kroger, what's it called? Like Super Value or something like that. There's like
it goes to your Tyson Chicken example. It's why they were able to do the thing, like, or alleged to
yeah,
do
it's
the
like
thing.
Tyson,
It's because Tyson has
Purdue.
that level of control.
Sure,
Yeah, the
sure.
market
And
share.
yeah, and we may want to maybe break up some of these companies to make it bigger, or maybe we don't break it up. Maybe we do subsidize smaller companies to try to get to the level of competition with Tyson or a Purdue, or at least get to levels to where they lower the prices. I agree, that's possible, and that's maybe what we should do. But when we talk about like coming out what Amcon's talking about, and Chip a little bit, basically saying like these companies did that, they got caught doing this. This
Read
is
my DM.
unexcusable.
Read the DM.
Or just read Side Chat and the VC. I literally sent you an article about this.
Oh, look at Side Chat.
Yeah, hold on,
Amcom,
hold on, really quick.
You have to catch up on that. Okay, go ahead.
Hold on,
Alden
really
come
quick.
here to read.
I've read this. No, I've read this before. Have you guys read this before or no?
I think we've read it together, Paul. If you were streaming at
I
the
think
time.
we have as well. Yeah, we've read this before. Do we want to read this again? And you tell me if I'm wrong or not, because I literally said this. Wait, did the people that sent me this article, did you guys read this?
I read it a long time ago.
Because this is doing actually kind of the opposite of what you're talking about, what it was. Here, we'll link it in chat. You guys tell me if I'm wrong with this argument or not. Because
nope, that's not the one I
email.
That's not the one I linked.
There's one email that the thing set out talking about like eggs or milk or bread. I forget exactly what it was. And then, by the way, this person actually came out and said that email is cherry picked. Also, on top of that, it was one product in the entire market. It wasn't all products. It was one product that he talked about, if I remember this correctly.
Nope. Okay. Paul, you were not pointing to the article that I put in Side Chat. So that's the one I want you to read, because this one literally reports that 53% of inflation from April to September 2023 was a result of corporate profits, whereas over the 40 prior years, prior to the pandemic, profits drove just 11% of price growth. There was a huge uptick in inflation during the pandemic. Over half of
huge.
And it wasn't.
Here, let's read through this. This isn't long at all. This is 3 pages. Let's read through this. Okay, let's see.
Okay,
what
before
it is.
you do that,
we don't need to do the
I'll just
top.
ask everybody, just because I'll let you do that, but 3 pages is a lot. I got way less than 3 pages here. Would it be inappropriate for me to just use McDonald's as an example here? McDonald's has been raising its prices a whole bunch. Fast food prices are greatly outstripping inflation in the amount that they're increasing. But McDonald's has started to bring back like value menus and stuff like that. They're trying to get prices down to get people through the door. Now, of course, they're hoping they're going to buy more shit that's not at the discounted price. But they're doing it again. They're going back to the value menu, which is it's a tough pressure for them. But whatever. That's happening. But if you look at like McDonald's talking about it, their CEO talking about it, their CFO, whoever the fuck stood up in front and gave a whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The reasoning for that is that they're seeing a downtick in their traffic. They're seeing less profits. They're seeing less people come in because, this is their understanding of it, the price has gotten too high. It's only when people turn away and stop buying the product that they realize this downward pressure on their prices. But far and away what happened somewhat before the pandemic, maybe a little bit during the pandemic, but like unremittingly after the pandemic, you don't see that downward pressure. You're not trying to look like the good guy. You've recognized that the populace has a tolerance price that they're willing to pay for something, and you have no incentive to lower it below that because your opponents have no incentive to lower it below. Like,
well, they do though. They do though because wait, hold on. They do though because they do want to get it lower because at the end of the day, if they're looking at it, it's like, wait, we can sell this for $2 and we're selling it for $3.15, and our competitor over here is selling it for $3, right? They're gonna come in and say, you know what, $2.95, and then they're fucking, and then it goes back and forth. And then,
But it seemed like they were competing the opposite direction post pandemic.
Well, they were, and that this is my personal opinion on it. It had nothing to do about companies doing it. It had to really do with demand and supply,
Yes,
which
that's
is
what I'm
normal
saying. It's
economics.
Well,
what I'm
But
the
saying.
like,
supply
but wait,
chain, the supply chain choke.
we shouldn't be blaming companies for a supply chain choke.
No, but Paul, we're acknowledging
Can
that the
you
supply
define?
chain choking
You,
is what
you
led to the
No,
initial
hold on, sorry.
inflation, but
Go
we're
ahead,
talking on
Mike.
not to
top of that
mention in places where
Implement, like,
companies have geographic monopolies like Walmart does in a lot of places, they don't have those sorts of market pressures.
Yeah, if you're
Well,
doing
they
like
do, by the
Sam's
way.
Club versus Costco, like you're gonna find states that have none of one of those, and then there's a lot of people that do their shopping there. So if you look at like the pressures that they're applying to them, it's damn near monopolistic. I mean, you can say that it is monopolistic in that case.
No, and I don't disagree with that, but in general, a lot of these companies do, even though if they have a geographical hold on something, I agree, by the way, and they could absolutely fucking people over in this area, or in these areas, I should say. But overall, though, during COVID, a lot of these companies, even Walmart, even though they have a big geographical area, which, by the way, they still get stuff shipped in from China and Walmart as well, more than probably smaller people, funny enough. These guys are still dealing with unironically it's non-artificial pressure, and people think it's artificial pressure. It's not. And
I think everybody in this call is acknowledging like a non-artificial pressure, like a natural pressure that's going on, and we're just trying to get you to accept that like that's not all of it. It doesn't account for it by any means. And if you want to read the article now, because I think that's what it's going to speak to.
No. I do think, again, I think that's probably some of these companies did that here and there, but to the point where we got to like scold these companies and like fucking get rid of
Here and
them,
there.
whatever bullshit.
Here and
is wrong.
there.
Well, I mean, when
The
Kroger
corporate
did it, it
profits are
literally shut down
skyrocketing
their
across
merger.
multiple.
No, Kroger did not do that. That article you linked is not true. And it's at bullshit, Leafy. Okay.
So why did the merger get shut down?
Well, when it comes to, that's just the system working. The monopoly didn't happen, right? Because of the merger got shut down because it would be considered a monopoly. Yeah.
I would hope so. I sincerely doubt.
It's a little
that was
bit
the
funny to
entirety of it,
think
because
that
there was an entire commission.
merging two companies would create like this, or an acquisition would create this like intolerable monopoly, but them still being able to act in accordance with each other, do a little bit of competition. Maybe they're doing a little conspiring. I don't know. I don't want to get too conspiratorial about it, but like if you would say joining two companies together like that would produce like an intolerable monopoly, you got to realize that before you join them together, you're already in an oligopoly that's completely got you by the balls, right?
Yeah, but do you think that we have that here?
If you want to do Purdue and Tyson, what were you doing? Walmart and Target, or what were you doing?
I mean, I personally, I think that Purdue and Tyson would be a better example than the actual grocery store.
Yeah, I mean,
the grocery store is the point at which people actually feel the price change. So, like, whatever Tyson and Purdue are doing between themselves, right? That's a level above the grocery store chain.
Exactly.
Like, that's changing their prices relative to the grocery stores themselves. So that'll make a grocery store choose whether they want to go with Tyson or Purdue for their chicken products. Whereas the grocery store chains among themselves are the ones generally competing for consumers, except again in places, and there are quite a lot of these. Walmart has the monopolization on a lot of areas, as do places like Kroger and Safeway, and I'm having trouble remembering all of the various supermarket chains because there are so many of them in the U.S.
Well, even
Publix, yeah.
Even regional distribution comes into factor because you might have 5 different grocery store companies, but they all use the same supplier, so that price is going to reflect in all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the people
Mike
that you got to watch out more. But like, CoffeeZilla, the most overrated million-plus YouTuber in the game. Every time I listen to his shit, I swear to God, there's been like 3 videos where I'm like, okay, this sounds pretty bad, but all the other ones, all just speculation, not good, not true. Didn't he just do something with the Epstein videos? Which, by the way, I've been on my stream talking about how Epstein killed himself. Epstein killed himself. I've been saying that for years, and I was saying that on stream. So fuck you guys, okay?
I really
All this
don't
shit
care
is
if
bullshit.
he killed himself. It doesn't really change anything materially. He was either
You know
in the
what's really-
custody of people.
it's
This is what
really
I told
funny
you.
what
This is
you're
what I
saying.
told you when it first came up. Like, well, not first came up because you weren't streaming at the time. But it doesn't matter whether he killed himself, whether somebody else killed him. It doesn't matter. He was still in the custody of people that were supposed to make sure that he couldn't fucking do that. And then he did. So it's either negligence or willful negligence, graduating, or outright murder. I don't
Yeah,
care
it was
which.
negligence. It was negligence. It was just shitty, probably $15, $20 an hour fucking guards. They didn't give a fuck. They were just chilling or sleeping or whatever.
Like,
And this
who cares
motherfucker
whether they're
just
sleeping? They can
dude,
fucking
and
sleep
also
all day. Like, they should still be
well,
cameras,
he got
but there
like
weren't.
extra blankets throughout the like within well, like I haven't read this in a long time, but
The rot runs
he
deep.
I
he
hear
ended up
really
getting
needed
like
those blankets.
he got 2 or 3 extra blankets throughout like that week or like 4 days or something like that. He told one of his roommates he was gonna fucking kill himself, and the dude was like, "Don't do that when I'm here." He's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do it now, but I am gonna do it." And then he fucking literally took the extra fucking blankets that he got, fucking tied that shit up, and fucking jumped off his top bunk and
He
killed himself.
compressed the
That is what
blankets
happened.
underneath him to a point where when he released them with his great strength, his stranglehold that he had on them, they decompressed with such force that it rocketed him into the ceiling. And that's how he died.
Let's go, dude. Fucking
Who cares?
dude, he's
Who
so
cares about
fucking
any of this? I'm not saying I don't care about the files and who he was involved with, but I'm saying, like, who gives a fuck whether he killed himself or not? It would
Damn
make
it,
sense if he did. It would make sense if somebody wanted him to die. It would make sense if somebody went in and killed him.
And
All
honestly,
of that makes
the
sense.
thing
What-
about
who cares?
Jeffrey Epstein, what's pretty interesting about the entire thing is how do I want to say this? Basically, conservative or not conservatives. I'm sorry, but it is a lot of conservatives.
Yeah,
but
watch
like
it,
conspiracy
Paul. You're
theorists,
gonna lose
people.
your card.
Well, no, like
That
conspiracy
is conservative
people.
card?
Yeah.
The conspiracy people in general believe this Epstein didn't kill himself, believes about the fucking pedophile island, believes that the election was stolen, believes this, that, and the other thing, right? You know, all these crazy conspiracy theories, and they think they're right about everything. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if you polled Americans that like 40% of Americans believe that 2020 was stolen at this point. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case because fucking Trump won in 2024.
Bro is still watching Destiny. You can't convince me he's not.
I'm not really watching Destiny ever since that whole fucking Pixie thing. I watch him here and there, but like not as much as I used to, just because, you know, like
It just
has
sounded a
nothing to
lot
do-
like
I
a
don't
take
know,
that he
I-
made in the last couple days. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm not
Paul's
sure,
saying
but
anymore.
well, no, but like in general though, when it comes to like Destiny, the whole like fucking Pixie shit or whatever, you know, I haven't really been following it all in general, but like, it is kind of shitty to fucking send some shit, that like you're recording with some other person to another person, but really,
We don't need to
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
litigate this
true.
right now.
no, but overall, like, do I think he's like a deplorable content creator that you should never fucking like watch ever again? Probably no, probably not. I
Well,
just like
no,
step back a
no,
little
I
bit when
think
it comes
he
to
is
like
a
his content,
deplorable-
just because like sometimes I watch it, and I'm like, and then like I'll like listen to him and he's like
Thankfully,
talks
I
about
don't have
like
to
the
worry
case, and I'm
about
like,
like
bro,
ever
I don't care
watching
about
him or him creating content because he died in a jail cell.
Right. And anyways,
Thank you, Chip.
anyways, but like a lot of these people like really truly believe all these conspiracy theories and they believe that they're correct about them too. They're having a meltdown because of it is really where I was getting at. And
I'm
a lot
fine
of
with
these
it, and I
conspiracy
think we
theories
should
just
let
aren't
it
true.
happen.
Not even just a lot of these conspiracy theories. Most conspiracy theories aren't true. I mean, remember we were on stream. JFK, Oswald, probably a solo shooter. Not probably, 90% was a solo shooter. Everything about it just literally, it's like 99% actually, I would say he was a solo shooter. Well, we were like, when we did like Conspiracy Fridays, right? When it comes to like the moon landing, when it comes to like the moon landing, right? We definitely landed on the moon when we went through that shit, right? And we like literally like listened to like there's literally like 100 hours of Apollo 13 going through space recorded on the NASA website.
100 hours of
You
moon
know what I'm
landing? I
saying?
don't believe you.
No, not moon landing, not even just moon landing, traveling through space throughout the entire time. It's wild.
You can't pass through the Van Patten radiation belt, and unless by the Van Patten radiation belt you mean your mother's
we looked at
pants,
that
and
too.
by
It
the
was
moon
something
you
Are you
mean
like
talking
your
about the
ass,
Van
and by the
Allen
eagle has
belts?
landed, you mean I
Because
came all over it. Sorry.
are you talking about the Van Allen belts?
Yeah,
The
it is
things
Van
that we
Allen.
go through all the time?
Well,
exactly.
shut up. No, that's fake. Fake news.
And not only that, they say like, oh, you can't do more than like 40 pounds of pressure or something, and like that is done like X amount of pressure. It's like, yeah, that X amount of pressure is like from like a square inch, you know, like when they like measure. It's all bullshit. But what we're seeing right
Hey,
now in the
Twisted.
Republican MAGA base is that they're they had a real big blow to conspiracy theories, right?
Big
And
blow,
that's really
doing
hurting
big
them.
thumbs.
Big blow, dude. Big blow.
Well, when you foment these conspiracy theories, it's COVID all over again, but now it's the Epstein files. COVID, it was you can't trust the vaccine. Like the government's trying to
Yeah,
do
right.
whatever to you. Take the ivermectin, and then people die. Like your supporters die because you told them the wrong retarded shit. And now it's like instead it's we're gonna release these files. These files definitely exist. We got like all of this shit, and like now you've frothed everybody up into a fucking like full lather, like soapier than your mother's hair in the shower last night when I was. Never mind, doesn't matter. The whole thing. These people are now freaking the fuck out, and they're gonna be mad at you when you start telling them to stop freaking the fuck out. But
Yeah,
you're the
what's
one who pissed them off in the first place.
what's really shitty too, Chip, is like there probably isn't a list. There's definitely a flight log. That's true.
Yeah.
When it comes to Epstein, you know, there's definitely a flight log, and I know some of that shit's redacted. And what's really shitty is that there's not going to be some like fucking pedophile list with like top people, but there's a flight log, and everyone is going to run with that. The flight log is the pedophile list, and that's why they don't want to release it, because even it's not. He was a philanthropist. Republicans, Democrats, rich people, scientists, all these motherfuckers he was a philanthropist, man.
Did you mean full on rapist? Did you mean full on rapist?
Full on rapist. Yeah, exactly. And so they don't want this fucking flight log or some type of log like that released, even though it's not the real list, but everyone's going to run that it is the real list, and it's going to be politically devastating. It's going to be so bad, dude.
If I told you I had proof of like aliens or whatever fucking cabal, or if I told you I had proof of that every day for like 5-10 years straight, and then I start saying, well, we're not going to release it, like, but I don't actually have it, but I told you I had it. It's like, well, it doesn't even matter what the thing is.
No, it'd be more like this.
People should be standing on principle, but like, I wonder if it's actually a fucking masterstroke, because once you introduce like the pedophilia aspect into it, everybody doesn't care about the principle of like, oh, you lied to the people, you misrepresented something. Now everybody's just frothing at the mouth about pedophiles. It's the perfect distraction.
It's really, dude, they have a real big issue right now. Do I think it'll be really dramatic? I don't, because I have a feeling that it wouldn't surprise me that
Well, we're gonna make it dramatic, Paul.
Well,
what if they just overplayed what they had?
Midterms, we're gonna make it super dramatic.
Yeah, I'm saying they were definitely leaning into it and wanted people to actually dislike Democrats and pointing out Bill Clinton, like Trump himself was saying, oh, Clinton is on the list and all this other nonsense. And now that they actually
that's kind of like that's kind of like my theory is like they might have like just overplayed it because they were totally using it as like a campaign issue to say the Democrats covered this up, and maybe they assumed after Trump got back in that people would just stop talking about it, because with a lot of issues with Trump, his supporters tend to just like turn the page on a lot of bullshit that he spews. So maybe they were just like thinking that we can overplay this, make it look like a Democrat cover up, and we're gonna follow his drain the swamp narrative. And the problem is people didn't stop talking about it, and eventually they got cornered and they didn't have a good exit off ramp for it. So they kind of got fucked because of themselves for weaponizing something that wasn't there.
Dog caught the fucking
So
car.
another thing too, really quick, I do think that we have seen midterms be pretty bad for when it's Trump's not on the ballot. I mean, we'll have to see where this all settles, but I don't think we should be like really thinking about how the Republicans are going to get. I brought this up a little bit ago. The Republicans are going to run on everything they already ran on: DEI, border, probably Russia for some weird reason, and somehow they'll get there. And they're basically going to say, we're doing all this. We're going to try to keep this in place. But if you guys don't, they're going to make Trump on the ballot in a sense, basically saying, if you don't allow us to win these races, it's over with. We're not going to be able to get anything done.
Well, what would you argue is better now than when he got sworn into office?
Nothing. Well,
Like
immigration.
if you were a campaigner for like MAGA.
On a serious note, hey, wait, hold on. On a serious note, like encounters at the border has dramatically decreased. Which, you know, like, say that's good or bad, but that is something he ran on, and the American people do, agree. Originally, not anymore, I don't think, but they did agree that
if I said I wanted
that.
Paul, if I said I wanted less violent crime, and then I started, arresting people that weren't even related to violent crime, and throwing them into a pit surrounded by fucking alligators, would you say that I'm doing better on violent crime because violent crime decreased? Or would you just say that
I'm not saying I
increasing
agree.
the
I'm not
violent
saying-
crime? Like
hold on,
immigration
I'm not
is
saying-
worse now because we're deporting people to a fucking black site. What are you talking about?
Hold on. I'm not agreeing with the process of how he's doing it.
Yeah, I was just asking how he'd campaign for MAGA.
Yeah. And so like in general, what you would run with this is you would basically just say like, they said that we weren't going to be able to fix the border. We needed that border bill that, by the way, I shot down because it was an atrocious socialist fucking Biden liberal loser cuck DEI fucking bill. And we shot that shit down.
Written by a Republican.
Written by fuck that Republican. Speaking of
by a
that
rhino.
Republican, by the way, don't we
Written by
have
a
a better
traitor.
Republican running for Senate in Oklahoma over? Well, I forget the guy's name, but he's from Oklahoma. And he's a senator there. But he was there.
Citizenship, honestly.
And then so we do have that guy, don't we? And again, another crony. They said that they needed to work with the Democrats to fix the border. They were going to ruin the border. Guess what we did? All-time low on immigration. We're bringing jobs back. They're not, but he's going to say it. And might as well write it down. Who gives a fuck about fact checks at this point? No one gives a shit, you know. That's all you have to do. It's easy. And by the way, guys, this guy is facing a fucking Democrat, okay? And I need you guys to do this. This demon rat cuckfuck, okay? Liberal, probably lets his wife get banged by a black dude, okay? Might as well just they'll come out and say this. They'll literally come out and say this.
Radical
hey, hold on.
liberal.
Hey,
that's what
there's
they'll
nothing
call
wrong
him.
with being banged with a black dude, Lethe. I'm just saying that this
Lunatic
is
left.
like
Wait, did you say banging? I don't support banging. I don't fuck with that.
But what I'm saying here is that it's very easy to write, and we'll see where this goes. But I do know I disagree with the way that they're going with immigration. Isn't he still positive with what people believe what he's doing in immigration, like the actual like?
I thought he was
percentage of
underwater
people?
last time I checked, but it could have fluctuated.
I thought he was back above water again. He was at like 50.
Because for a while, immigration was the single issue. He was still above water, and then he dipped. But maybe then I saw something like the last 7 days it went a little back up. So the thing is, like,
is there actual polling on it? Let's just look at his numbers really quick.
yeah, I think the latest was like the week after July 4th. I think there might have been like some movement. But the thing is, like, we still have a year to see what the effects of like all this immigration policy is as far as like employment. Are Americans going to be rushing out to those ag jobs to like fill them? And if not, will that start screwing up like supply chain stuff?
We don't.
Yeah,
need
I
a
mean, well, we'll
year.
have
It's
to wait.
already
We'll have to wait for
happening.
that.
Farm bankruptcies are. There's more this year to date than there were last year. We don't need a year to figure out how this is going. And if you give us another year, the people that you're trying to convince with, oh, you've got a year, we're going to show you the statistics after a year, they're not going to fucking listen to you.
His job approval right now is down 5 from where he started. Not good.
Yeah, I saw. I forget what who posted it, but it was an article. Is Donald Trump breaking a record? He's winning big. He's got the biggest loss in support ever for any president.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me how really it doesn't surprise me that most all presidents moving forward at this point, because we're so hyper partisan, that they're basically going to be like the worst presidents like in polling history. Because I mean, you can ask a Democrat or a Republican voter right now.
Well,
like,
don't normalize it.
well, no, like in general, like you can actually end up like, bro, that guy from fucking like Florida or whatever, his fucking wife got fucking deported. Like, and he has like 3 kids, and he's like, I still.
But I think that, but
agree
I
with
think
Donald Trump.
right
And it's just
there,
like, what the fuck?
I think right there it shows there is a fracture on the right side of the aisle when it comes to this immigration enforcement, because there are the people that are 100% gung ho, like get everybody out, we don't want them. But then there's also the people that are like, hey, you campaigned on rounding up violent criminals, which like is hard to disagree with no matter what side of the aisle you're on. But now it's like, oh, so just getting the violent criminals didn't hit these numbers that you were campaigning on, millions and millions. And then you had to start going after just migrant workers. You started going after people that are actually in the middle of the process of getting their paperwork in order. And I think to a lot of people, that's not what they were sold on. Like I said, there are some that don't care. They're just gung ho, get them all out. And a lot of it has to do more with cultural stuff than economics. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, like what kind of fracture that there will be on that issue as we go forward.
God, George W. Bush got real popular right after 9/11, huh, boys?
Shocking, isn't it?
Strength of his numbers.
That
Dude,
happens.
it's so interesting.
I'll say
Man.
your average Trump voter is going to tell you 2 + 2 = whatever the fuck Trump tells them it is. And then after this immigration campaign, or sorry, not immigration, deportation campaign goes the way that it does, they'll say, yeah, I'm putting 2 and 2 together still. And now it's 66 million. That's how many we're supposed to deport.
All right, so here we go.
That's the number of Hispanic Americans, by the way.
Here we go. Here's updated July 16th, our boy Nate Silver, okay? So Donald Trump right now is +4 national security, +4 border security, which is basically the same thing, and he's even on transgender issues. His worst issues right now are presidential pardons, probably from January 6th. Lost a lot
Well,
of
you
like
got
random
that,
normal
you got the
conservatives.
Chrisleys and other people like that.
Healthcare costs, which is interesting because I know the whole Medicaid thing, but like I'm pretty sure a lot of that shit doesn't really get hit for Medicare for a while. And then inflation prices, or inflation/prices, which is interesting because inflation is still the same where Biden, dude, people just want shit cheaper, man. It's not Trump or Biden, but Trump's gonna fuck it up though, because Trump's gonna have tariffs rise it like fucking a retard.
And when it comes to immigration, it goes both ways. So like some people are happy that he's kicking people out,
Dude,
but then they're also unhappy that they allowed
Well,
for people to get amnesty for the hospitality industry.
It didn't used to go both ways, but now you've got a lot of people willfully passing the border in the other direction, and now it does go both ways.
Well, like the fact that he gave amnesty to
He had a
hospitality workers.
52 approval
like that
rating
shit.
when he was voted into office. A 52% approval rating.
Mhm.
Fucking crazy. He's 44 right now. Dropped 8 points overall, which is good.
Leafy on
It should
the
be
I
more.
move away from the mic to breathe in. What the fuck are you doing, Jam? No, I know what you're doing. I wasn't gonna say it looks like you're sucking dick over there. I hit you with the Tay-Zonday meme. It was better than what I could have done.
Oh man, yeah, Trump's collapsing. Good. Fuck this guy. You want to know what is going to be another thing that we might see? Maybe we'll see, but maybe is if shit gets really bad, these fucking Republican scumbag loser fucking fucks.
Whoa,
they'll
there.
just basically say like, I never was a fan of Trump. Anyways, this guy was one of the worst presidents
That's
ever.
what I needed, Leafy. Thank you.
You know, they'll just start like saying shit like this because it's midterms, and they also know if the economy goes to shit, Trump can't run for president again in 2028. So they'll just like fucking ring
The post-MAGA rebrand.
Trump will never win the next election with those numbers.
The
His
post-MAGA
third term.
rebrand, exactly. And that we might see that happen too, which would be interesting. But we'll have to see where the.
What if there's
economy
not a
goes.
next election, guys?
I thought that was the point.
I think there will be a next election. You want to know what? You want to know what would be really bad? Honestly, what would be really bad is Trump tries to fuck with the judicial branch again, during these. I can see something like this, like Donald Trump, when it comes to like mail-in balloting, okay, like actually puts in like some like crazy request to like not let that happen during the midterm to fuck over the disenfranchised voters because of that reason, and like somehow
I think
get
states can run their own elections, though. I'm not sure if he could do that.
No, I know that, but if you get judges in the states and then go through the actual thing and like have multiple states where it matters, right? Where it comes to like random midterms where they have like judicial branches there, obviously, that's like a Trump appointee judge doing it where he like fucks over something like this to like make it. I don't want to say make it hard to vote because they already do that, but like almost make it impossible to vote for some people, and that would be truly the end. That would be
I
the
just
end.
want to ask if
I don't think that's new
we
with
saw his
Trump. I
first
think
federal judge of his second term. Y'all know the Hermendorfer person?
No, I don't.
Oh well, you should check this out because if you're like, oh, he's gonna try to fuck with like the judiciary or anything like that. Oh, we're rolling, bro. I was gonna say like, okay, you want to talk about that in a week when it happens, or 2 weeks when it happens, or a month when it happens again. It's already going down. This person in the fucking confirmation hearing. What experience do you have, Miss Hermendorfer? Well, fucking none actually. Read it. Go look at this. It's happening day to day. This is the thing. It all flies under the fucking radar, but it's happening every day, and nobody takes it seriously because LOL, orange man, stupid, bad, funny retard man. No. Doesn't matter if he is. He's surrounded by competent people that are willfully,
Yeah, exactly.
very
That's the
intentionally
problem.
trying to dismantle our democracy.
Unironically,
I'll see you in a week, dude.
unironically,
I'll see you in a week.
Hey, unironically, and I'm about to get out of here too. Unironically,
I'm not leaving.
this is the one issue with our checks and balances in democracy is because we can get a fucking retard in there, but he's going to be surrounded by some competent people when it comes to these types of things, like Mitch McConnell was when Trump won, right? To like fucking just really unironically, the correct way of fucking the system over, you know?
I'm strong as mule piss. You a
Yeah,
little
exactly.
dog tinkling on the lawn. I ain't with you.
Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. He just like did it the correct way of fucking the system over, dude. And not illegal, the right way to do it. Now Trump's just retarded, just doing shit illegal, but he's just like hoping the Supreme Court judge like goes with him and stuff, which they do at times. I'm not a big doomer on the Supreme Court yet. I do think that they have some bad decisions, but overall, I think that they're still holding in strong. My personal opinion, they're down like 2-0 in a baseball game, and they're in the 7th inning. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, Leafy, help. As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna live illegal, and when I get on, I'm gonna put on all my people.
Hey.
No, I'm asking. I can't remember
things
because
as
I
halfway crooks, scared to death.
There we
scared to
go.
look.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
No, all right, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
It's
I love you all. I
Paul,
love you all. Okay, I gotta go to bed.
Take
Yes.
care, Paul.
thank you for coming through.
I'll be here. I'll try to be here every Wednesday. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but I'll try to be here every Wednesday.
It was great seeing the band back together.
The band back together, dude. Little
missed
nice
you, buddy.
argument. By the way, I'm retarded, and so are you guys. Just always remember that, okay?
Because we watch you and listen to you.
Did I at least give you some entertainment in using me as your anarchist punching bag?
Bro, I love you, Ancom.
So you keep saying.
If he actually
do,
meant
I
it, he would
do.
host Trivia Tuesdays. So he doesn't actually mean it.
You know what?
He's
Maybe
lying to
I
all
will
of us
have
all
one
over
final.
again.
Maybe I'll have one final Trivia Tuesdays match. Okay, only select
Wait,
few.
one
Can come.
final? Why can't you? Oh, okay, no. Now I'm trying to tell you to do Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Never mind.
Paul, what
You know
movie
what?
are you putting on to go to sleep to?
You gotta
You know what?
aim
That's
high.
a good. That's a good question. By
and
the way,
accept.
dude, that movie you watched made me watch the other day, dude. I was dying laughing at it, dude. It was exactly what I want. Actually, it was a pretty good movie, by the way, too. That like last
Which one? I
scene with the
forgot.
fight
I forgot which one I
Dude,
recommended.
I forget what it was. Dude, I forget which one you recommended to. I don't remember the name of the movie anymore. Hold on.
Was it
really fucking
Deadbeat
good.
at Dawn?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. That movie was awesome, dude.
Okay,
movie
yeah,
was-
that's a classic.
Yeah, that movie was good,
Don. I'm a little hungover at that point. The blood flow
Dude,
ain't
that movie
working.
was, dude, and like, oh, dude, the last scene where all they're just like shooting and like cutting, dude, it's so funny, dude. And
Yeah,
it's
because
just
it's
great.
it fills that niche because it's like definitely like a B kind of like corny movie, but it's not terrible. You know,
Exactly.
it's like still fun.
Yeah, well, dude, and like the story was good too. Where like, dude, I don't even remember the story. So like basically he got cut up, and then like after the cut up, it was like they were trying to take his ring, and he's like, "No, I'm the fucking alpha. I get this fucking shit, dude." And like he had,
Yeah.
dude, everything about it, and like the two
It's gotta be
gangs.
your like basic revenge vigilante story, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It was really good, dude. It was good. It was fun. It was a good time. All right, I love you all.
Peace out, Paul.
Later.
All right. So what did we learn?
I have to talk over people more. No,
enjoyed my
Ancom, it's
noodles.
funny you laugh at that because I was gonna say you were on some full cap shit, and nobody should listen to you that you're Ancom, Psycom. You're actually Ancap, Psycap, but it's all gone now. It doesn't even. It's not even funny anymore. But I wanted to go with it.
I don't even understand what the wait. What?
He's saying you're capping.
Oh, okay. I all right. If you say
also
so.
an anarcho-capitalist. The implication being anarcho-communism doesn't actually exist. If you were a true anarcho-communist, you could just call yourself a communist. The fact that you have to attach anarcho to it as a modifier, I know the game you're playing.
Okay. You have fun with that game.
Well, isn't that what this stream and/or channel is for?
Is it? I didn't think so.
I think so.
I don't know what it's for
I think-
anymore. I just show up, do things happen. I said it was party and bullshit, and it ended up being party and bullshit, so maybe I'm a prophet.
I mean, I think you were just good at giving people spaces to do the things they're gonna do, and you know those people well enough to know the things that they're gonna do.
Ooh,
I ordered a steak
he
medium
liked
rare.
that one. Look how far you've come, Lethe.
It's hilarious. So I got a
Because he
request for some
busted all
El
over his
Solo.
keyboard. When you said that, that was that was the thing that it took for
This
it.
is fucking hilarious. But yeah, I think we covered a lot of ground. So I'm going to raid out soon, but I'm going to play one thing beforehand. And I don't know if Chip will appreciate this.
Probably.
See if I can stream this without the whole thing going full choppy.
Right now I have a Taco Bell ad, but you know.
So this one's for you, Nair. If it'll play. Don't be mad at me if it doesn't. It's playing.
Wop bop and loo bop, the guns don't shoot. But if I pop and you drop, your mans do too. I'm wicked with the words, lines go buku. You got shit for brains. You think mines is doo-doo? Mines is doo-doo, shit for brains like Soldier Boy console. I come equipped with game. Solid as a rock. When dudes be soft, if you really think I'm gonna let you get off, I'm outside with twin pipes like a dual exhaust. Time. This round about to be unbearable. 5. Now is a good time to throw in that terrible. Tap. No? Okay then. Well, you look like you had better days, soldier. After this battle, hey Drake, I'm gonna have to do my resume over. See, you could die by fire or firing squad. Either way, I could oblige. Oh, Solo next level on a whole nother echelon. In Philly, you say draw. In Nork, only the weapons drawn. Be careful what you speak or watch your back for you get crept upon. I'm too skilled. When I was young, I kept the blue steel. The gun is health insurance. Because if the Red Cross, then Blue Shield, I'm too real. I even learned my alphabets in the streets. ATF, DEA, FBI, COP.
I'm going to raid out after this.
The
but I
gun
might
hop,
chill for a bit.
stolen out of Virginia. I'm lukewarm, but I'm outside in the winter. I caught him once, then hit him twice in the center, left his body cold, but his brain was room temperature. Places, people, before the song starts, you know after the left hook, dude gone dark. And if the right swing, wrong part. I loaned your people some money, had to hit your crib up with the loan shark.
This one
Caught
right
your
here.
auntie on the couch with a plastic spoon eating a box of cornstarch. Watching General Hospital letting out these long farts.
Ridiculous.
While you was making a band, I was on the block making them bands. Like Money Mike, I ain't the funny type,
Bro, when the
so you
dude you
won't be
battling
raping
starts
a
losing
man.
his shit.
Cause you on trial,
Not even
taking
joking.
a stand. And I am a boy, Damon, so afterwards, I won't be shaking your hand. Afterwards? Like I told you Philly niggas before, on and off stage, I get real respect. With these guns, I'll make deals connect. If your bitch ran off with the bag, the K Walker, and then I bill collect. I don't say this often. Ain't this about a bitch? But tell that lady caution. With more triangles within Old Circle than a Mercedes auction. The Desert Eves, the Beretta Squeeze, the Larkin sparking half the room. I pill and blam, your Tecton jam, and don't none of your guns kaboom. I can tell when a nigga look hungry, doop, 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 it's what he took from me. Generally asking his name, read dollars, therefore we book money. 4-4 plus a 4-5. 10 came, but we 8-9. One ran, started jogging safe. Long gun from a block away. Tray 5 with the 7 on it. Off the Mac 10, put 11
dare
on it.
you.
Long bird when we stretch. Leave an ostrich egg and eat nuts.
All right. So we're gonna end out on that one. Who to raid into tonight? Who's chilling?
Bro, I'm gonna need more of this encore. That is that's nice.
Dude is bonkers with it. So let's raid. Peace goes up. Let's raid Peace
Oh, God.
just to keep the politics going. It has been a blast, y'all. Thank you for being here, seeing this beautiful reunion. But as always, the true winners are the chat. Chat W all day. Love seeing all y'all. Nair, Mike, Rabbit, Testy. Who else? Alex. Bill showed up. Everybody pulled up. Catch you next week. Peace.